Question.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouting. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, wakey, everybody. Get your butt up because you got stuff to do today. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and this is another edition of the Morning Max Show. I am your girl, a.k.a. the best that ever did it, a.k.a. Reese, A.M. Morning, out there, McFarlane, your hostess with the mostest. But I'm not here alone. Of course, I like to brag and boast on my sweet brother, Molly Malls. I always call him my super producer. And that's because he does more than just one thing for the show. He's here, he's there. Molly's doing a little bit of everything. Very talented, very multifaceted brother. Multi-talented brother. He's very fascinating. And he is the maker of Molly Mall, Sea Moss. I call him Molly Moss, the Sea Moss boss. That's why I like to, call him, and that's how he's franchised to me that way. But for a limited time, you can get Shades of Blue, this fantastic book right here, and your 8-ounce jar of sea moss, $10 off. Boo, boo, boo. Can't beat it, y'all. We're giving you a break on both prices, the break on the book and the break on the sea moss. What? That's right. This book, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning, get you a nice hot cup of coffee with your little sea moss in it, or some tea with your sea moss in it, and you'll be doing the doggone thing. Yes, that's right. Well, like I said, today is Wellness Wednesday, and this is the day that I always like to give you all something mentally or physically, something health-wise, just something like, did you know this that's concerning or pertaining to your health, whether it's a mental, physical, or spiritual health. Mental, physical, spiritual, all three realms. Something that you can grow on, And that's what we do at the Morning Max Show. And I'm sitting here, I'm inviting my family and friends to join us today with the show. Just like I would like for you all to invite your family and friends to join us on the show. You know what? In order to have a conversation, it has to be more than just one-sided to have a valuable conversation. So I can sit here and talk to you all day long with myself, but I would like it a lot better if you responded and talked back so we could really get something going. So it won't like me just telling, you guys whatever, but you guys be participating and talking back. This is an open forum where we could talk about whatever you want to talk pertaining, no holds bars. You don't even really have to watch your language. But I just like all of the verbal assassins, all the cussing and stuff. although cussing sometimes may seem fun, but sometimes it's not necessary. So to get your point across. So, even though there's no censorship, but I just kind of just be respectful to one another when you talking and all that good stuff to the people out there. And when they talking back to you, we want to be respectful, help for show. We got some videos that we want to share. We got some things that we want to talk about while we wait for our panel to get in. While we wait for the panel to get in, let me give my prayers and blessings. My prayers go out to my auntie. She's sick. She's just getting over COVID again. Now, I don't know how many times she have had COVID, but she's fully vaccinated, booted and stuff, but she keeps getting it. I just don't know. I just don't know what to say. Except for I love you, auntie, and get well soon. She's getting well now. She's just getting her voice back. I was texting her last night and everything, and I was just sorry to hear that. And I feel like, dang, you would think, my auntie's, that's my dad's sister. You would think that they wouldn't get it as much because they are fully vaccinated and everything. But that just goes to show us that COVID isn't gone anywhere, and people are still getting it now, and it's still on the rise because you got to go look at the statistics. They just don't talk about it anymore in the news. They don't talk about the statistic of it, but it's just everybody is still getting at an alarming rate, and everything is still happening. It's just like old news, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. It's still out there and it's still doing what it's doing. And there's different variations that's coming about, and people, we don't even know about it. So I just wanted to let everybody know, still be mindful that when you out there coughing and sneezing and out in the element, still cover your mouth. Still use your hand sanitizer. Still watch what you're touching. You still have to be very careful out there, especially when you are among a gathering of people. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want your germs, and I'm pretty sure my auntie didn't want that person germs that got her sick, and we forget sometimes, and we try to fall back into the norm, but it'll never be normal. Society it'll never be the same again because something is already here, and it is unleashed among us, among our people. Molly got a clip. Let's see. Molly Mall, what you adding? Grand Rising? Let's see.
Welcome to the B-side of Black Brilliance. This woman right here, her name is Mary Patrice Davidson Kenner. And in 1921, she came up with a brilliant idea, but she couldn't afford to patent it until 1957. At that time, she started to shop it around, and people were interested. But when they came to her house to sign a deal, they found out she was Black and decided to walk away. Now, they waited until her patent expired and then started to use it en masse. This woman right here created what you call today Maxi Pads, feminine hygiene. She never made a dime off her invention. But that still doesn't take away from her brilliance. The world knows you, loves you, and thanks you. Welcome.
Okay. I know that's right. The world knows you, loves you, and thank you. And every female on this side of the earth, or anything that want to act like a female, loves you for that invention, the Maxi Pad. Molly, something is going on with the StreamYard, because the link that you sent me this morning, Kiani said he doesn't see anything. So I'm sending everybody that link. So if you could resend it to Kiani. Kiani, I see it. Lee is saying something is wrong with this. Okay, Lee says something is wrong with the link. Why is something wrong with the link? But I see it. And I got it. I see it. It's in here. Why are they saying something wrong? It says I'm backstage. Okay. It would take you backstage. Okay, hold on. Molly, can you let him in? It said Kiani said it says he's backstage. And Lee said that she needs the link. I sent it to her 3 times this morning. What is going on?
I sent it to Kiani. I see what's up with Lee. Lee, if you send it on Instagram, she can't get on for some reason. I don't know. That's her phone.
That's why I texted it to her. That's why I text them the link that you sent me this morning. And then when I click on the link, I'm in it. It gives me backstage. All they got to do their voice thing and click on in and come on into the podcast. They want to be backstage.
See what's going on.
Yeah.
She invented maxi tag.
Yes. Isn't that awesome?
I mean, for the world, not for her.
Are you on yet?
No, it says I'm backstage. You said I'm just sitting by myself backstage. It says the whole time.
Yeah, he on the wrong link. Tell him click the one I sent him, not you sent.
Hold on. Molly said click the one that he sent you.
That's my other phone. Okay, I got my other phone. Okay.
The one he just sent you. Molly, resend it to me. Send it, and I'm gonna send it out to shoot it out to everybody as well. Because maybe everybody in the wrong.
Got them somewhere else.
Okay.
That goes Kiani right there.
Boom.
Okay, he got you. We got you.
Okay.
And Molly sent this to me, and I'm gonna send this one out to everybody. You just shared it with me, and I'm gonna copy text, and I'm gonna send this to everybody. Send this to Lee. Lee got it. Boom. She got it. Then I'm gonna send this to the contractor. He been busy working, but we want to come on today. Contractor got it. I'm sending this to Louisa.
I go Lee right there.
Louisa got it. I'm sending it to Phil Page.
What's
Phil
the
got it. Then we're going to here we go, Rodney and Bubakal. There we go, Rodney. He got it, and Bubakal got it. So if anybody would like to join the Morning Max show, that they can, and Bubakal. So it's everybody say, oh, the wrong link. We sending out the wrong. Everybody got the right one now. All righty. Now, let's re-show that video again, Molly.
Got it. Unless somebody else is only Lee in here, so I ain't gotta keep showing the video over and over.
Oh, okay. I thought Kiani was in here.
We lost. I don't know what happened.
Grand Rising, Lee. Grand Rising. Lee. Well, I'll go back to my conversation. I was talking about COVID is still out there, and we still have to be aware because once it's out, it's out. It's not like, oh, it's out 1 year and it's gone away. It's still out there, and it's still mutating, and we're still getting different variants of it. But what I was saying, the only reason why it's not in the news, because now it's old news. But everybody knows, the world knows there's something out there. So it doesn't make sense to keep hopping on that one thing. But it's not gone anywhere. It's not gotten any better. It's still, as a matter of fact, it's mutating. The virus is learning. It's what they call a smart bug. So that's one to grow on. So I'm telling people, that's why you still need to take safety precautions. You still need to wash your hands, keep sanitizer, and still need to stay away from a bunch of people. If you're in a close crowd with a bunch of people, you better start carrying your mask and wear your mask, because all it takes, say you got in a packed show, and all it takes is one or two jokers to start sneezing. How fast do you think to sneeze when it's released in the air? Because people don't cover their mouth. People don't cover their mouth when they cough and sneeze. People say hot chew. and then wipe their face afterwards. After they done spread their particles at alarming rates at a 10 miles radius. And then we laughing and ha, breathing in. We laugh with our mouth open. I don't know if y'all know that when y'all laughing and somebody sneezes and you laughing, the particles, boom. Next thing you know, the little buggy is on you. All I'm saying is we still need to be careful and be cautious. And I was saying this because I was talking about my auntie. She is just getting over COVID. I think she done had COVID 10 times. Now, this is a lady who stays vaxxed, who stays boosted up and everything. And because she's a double cancer survivor, but she has COVID. I mean, it's like, wow. And I was just in awe. And I was like, well, obviously, being vaccinated and boosted is not stopping you from getting it. Because like I said, she had it a lot of times. But it's just another variation of the flu, you guys. And that's all I'm saying. People
Good morning.
still and mindful. Good morning, Booba Al Jenkins.
Hey. How y'all doing?
And
I'm having a little difficulty with my audio this morning, so I might just put it in my ear. Keanu,
Okay.
what it do?
Man, it's
And
another
Lee,
great day. Lee, how you doing? Marley, Reese, I love everybody. How y'all doing?
All right. With Lee
it's
on here?
Wellness Wednesday. Yeah, Lee here.
Yeah, Lee here.
I said Keanu. Okay. Oh, okay. I forget she be going my stepdaddy. Yeah. What it do? What it do? What's going on, Lee? What you say? What's up, baby?
What's going on?
Right.
Yeah. Good morning.
It's Wellness Wednesday, y'all. We got some wellness stuff for the people. And thank you guys for coming in, tuning in early today. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Molly,
I gotta go off early, so by around about 11 change, I'll be off here because I'm headed to work.
Okay. Oh, not a problem. 11:30, we all be off here. So
what's
Molly
good
got the
though?
first video up and ready to roll. We're gonna knock them down, y'all. Molly. Wait a minute. The first video. We ready, y'all. There we go.
Any minute, y'all. Any minute. It's gonna happen.
Welcome to the B-side of Black Brilliance. This woman right here, her name is Mary Patrice Davidson Kenner. And in 1921, she came up with a brilliant idea, but she couldn't afford to patent it until 1957. At that time, she started to shop it around and people were interested. But when they came to her house to sign a deal, they found out she was Black and decided to walk away. Now, they waited until her patent expired and then started to use it in mass. This woman right here created what you call today maxi pads, feminine hygiene. She never made a dime off her invention, but that still doesn't take away from her brilliance. The world knows you, loves you, and thanks you. Welcome to the B-side of Black Brilliance.
Sure do. Now that is feminine hygiene. Now, this is a lady that invented the maxi pad, y'all. And you see what they did to her? She invented it in 1921. You couldn't afford to get it patent. And the people that wanted to do business didn't want to do business because she was Black. They waited till her patent expired. Then they start using her stuff. I think her family should have been compensated. See, that right there. That's right. Took the invention.
Now that's a good in need of reparation.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we love her. Every man, woman, and child love the lady that invented the maxi pad. She did a lot of good. Oh, that was a lot of good. Could you imagine what it was like without it? Ooh, the men and for the women. Ooh, no.
Now men hated it. Men hated it. Because the wife would always send them to go get them. Go get me some Kotex.
Yeah, that bullshit. I've been there, done that.
But if you love her, you're gonna do it. But you know what I told my wife? She better cut 2 legs out in that hefty bag, draw the drill string, line it with some damn newspaper, and keep it moving.
That's
Wow.
nasty.
Exactly. Wow.
That's nasty. That's
Wow.
barbaric and archaic.
Yeah,
That is
wow.
nasty.
I know that was barbaric, but that's what it is. I thought it was funny.
Very much so.
I'm a man that hadn't tried
that.
That was barbaric. I thought it. I did.
How many more? There's a lot of inventions and stuff like that. Black people, we invent stuff, and because we can't afford to get it patent, that's when our counterparts come in and steal it right from under us.
What do you mean? Everything that we have invented, you going back to Aunt your mammy pancakes. She didn't have the money, and she ain't ate none of the damn pancakes.
Them Kotex. Molly, what's the next video we got for you? Thank you, Mary, for being in the maxi pad, because we needed that. And I'm sorry that your family couldn't enjoy the spoils of your invention.
We appreciate you, because these women out here nasty. So thank you.
Yeah.
Hold on, possum booty. Thank you.
People smelling like the bottom of the river. Whatever that smells like, I can just imagine. That's Kiani saying. Can't nobody steal that, Kiani. That's yours. Somebody smell like the bottom of a river. I don't know what it smell like.
Trust me, let me tell you, some demonic forces, you don't want to see it or smell it.
Did he say the bottom of the river?
He said the girl smelled like the bottom of a river.
Please.
I don't know what that smelled like, Booba Cow. I smelled a lot of
Let
trash.
me tell you, Lee.
You never smelled the bottom of the river, have you?
It was so bad. When I got home, I took a shower, I still could smell on me.
She was inbred in your skin. That almost was your baby mama.
It's not true at all. I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that.
I said almost. That's what she told you. She told you she was.
Yeah, I ain't playing no game. I rebuke it.
I've met some swamp monsters.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I never had,
You had a swamp monster?
A little ugly. Ain't nothing wrong with a little ugly. Ain't nothing wrong with
a
little
ugly.
This wasn't. No. Are you talking about the
swamp monster? Swamp monster ain't ugly. They stink too.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Can be
I met
beautiful.
some swamp monsters too, and I'll be shooing them right on the way. Get away from me if I throw some bleach on you. Threaten them with bleach and they run.
Oh no, these right here take their clothes off and the clothes still stood up, but they finding them off.
Oh, and you still went through with it with the.
Oh no!
I draw the line.
I was like,
maybe different.
I'm like, bro, you cooking chitlins in here? He said, no, that girl in there don't want to talk to you. I said, but you cooking chitlins in there? Them damn things is spoiled. It's like, no, I ain't cooking no damn chitlins.
You run into some of the nastiest folk. I don't want to ever smell a female. It's smelling like chitlins or no man. So, them some nasty folks. Booba Cow, help me. You gonna run into a girl that smell like chitlins? Kiani, we know Kiani. Kiani had.
That's only one now. That's only one. That was when I was 15 now. So maybe her parents can tell her. Her parents can tell her how to wash off or take a shower. It's a wash off era back then.
Well, bacteria era, because that's what causes the smell is bacteria. So rule of thumb, people that's out there, y'all playing those games and everything. When a person smells, that's a sign that it's bacteria growing somewhere, because that's the bacteria will smell. And be careful because some people don't smell and still got that bacteria, vaginosis going on.
And I'm running like Will Smith in the last movie.
Listen, since you said
like Will Smith.
Did you say vaginosis? Is that the word you use?
Vaginodemon.
I'm glad you explained it to me. That's how I ended up with that damn sinus infection from that scratch and sniff. It's a nosis.
Good God.
Oh, you hear? She said a scratch and sniff, but she sniffed it and got a sinus infection. That you better not
everything,
put your tongue
everything came out of my nose green after that. I called her family and told her, come get her. Take her to
God, you better not put your mouth on it.
No, hell no. When she wouldn't get in the shower, that told me something talking about she was straight. We'd have been out.
I'm sorry.
We'd have been out all night long. She talking about, you gonna get in the shower?
Smelly. I was letting the people know that when people smell, that's a sign of bacteria brewing places.
Yes.
And you don't want to get involved with smelly twats and twits.
Try them underarms, man. Try them underarms.
Well,
underarms.
This chick ran up on me and she just jumped up on me and grabbed me around my. You know how you throw your legs around your waist of a person?
Yeah.
Just jumped up and grabbed my arms went up and I just fell down. I went straight on my back. Them underarms. The underarms was like 2 uppercuts straight to the jaw and the eye, knocked my ass down. I'm like, what the fuck? You ever had somebody to hug you and they centers on you when you walk away and you're like, damn, what is that onion ass stuff? That's their underarm still on you.
Yep, they got some underarm musk on you. It's called musk. They got
it's called stank. No, it's called stank wash your ass. That's what it's called.
Musk, yeah, like deer.
You ever get on? I know y'all don't ride the bus as much as I do, but I do ride the bus. I was riding the bus, and some people, cultures don't allow them to take baths until a certain time. And this person was on this bus, and I promise you, it had to be. You ever smelled something so bad that just you got to heave? Just yeah. And she was on the bus. And a friend of mine said her husband's nut smelled like fish.
Oh, he's been fishing.
It wasn't
that fish smell. I know. That's my point. He's been fishing, double dipping.
Wellness Wednesday's turning into Funky Friday.
And then I met this one girl that I really, she kept having what you call it, the yeast infection. And just when I knew she was well and she had took all the medicine, I said, "Come here, girl, give me some of that pumpernickel."
You're disgusting. That's just disgusting.
Oh, whoa.
Do you know why you black?
That's just disgusting.
Why are you black, brother? Because you are a direct descendant of the originator of the heavens and the earth. You are the people of God. You have so much in you from the originator. All you need is a proper environment. And that environment will bring out of you what is in you from the originator. You are little gods, not worthy of worship. Only Allah is worthy of worship. But you are little gods. Do you know why you black? Why are you black?
Why are you black?
Brother?
What is he saying? He's breaking up. I want to know why I'm black.
And the earth. You are the people of God. You have so much in you from the originator. All you need is a proper environment. And that environment will bring out of you what is in you from the originator. You are little gods, not worthy of worship. Only Allah is worthy of worship. But you are little gods. Do you know why you?
I think Farrakhan was misquoting himself, because why argue a color? We are black because that is the color or the label they put on us. Now, not because we're little gods, whatever, but that's the color that the Europeans threw upon us. That color. They could have picked any other color, but they chose that one, and that was the one that stuck, huh? You know how they say that you throw it and what sticks it is? They did a little game like that. So if we was called purple, if they said no, that color's purple, we would call that color. So that word that has a lot of deep meaning and cursing and all that stuff. He's saying God's people is black. That's what Farrakhan is saying, that God's people is black.
I thought we brown.
I thought we were of bronze color, but we do have some of those men of the dawns, some purples.
It's the Morning Mac show. Tyree just came by to say something. Tyree, have a good day. Go off and be great. He came and he looked on the phone. I guess he wanted to see what we were talking about, because y'all didn't see. He came and he looked over here to say what. So it must have been something that interested him for him to look. Because usually Tyree, y'all don't see it, but he just give y'all away. But he looked to see who's on here. He saw Boubacar, Kiani, and Lee. And he looked, and he know Molly on here.
Somewhere.
Like so, what we were saying, Kiani, you're brown, I'm brown, Lee brown, Boubacar brown. You know what? I digress. I'm orange and gray.
Oh, okay.
You're orange and gray?
Yeah. I grew up believing that I was orange.
No, something's wrong with my eyes. Who's got it? No, what we got? You got an afro?
Yeah,
it looked like
Booba. He got a hat on. You got a hat on that look like an afro, Booba.
Say what? What you say?
She said you got an afro. It's his go to hell hat, Lee.
My eyes is bad. My eyes is real bad. Look like you got
Booba ain't got no hat on.
Man,
it's just my roof. It's my roof, baby. It's my roof. It everything darkens out, so
you thought that was your hat.
Man, I'm like, dang, he wear the hair bear bunch. Where you pick up Steve Harvey's wig at?
No, don't need it. They got my own original hair. I got my original hair, baby.
I know. That's why I'm looking hard. I thought you was wearing a hat. I'm like, damn, is it that cold outside? I thought it was cold outside because I got to go to the doctor today.
It is cold.
It happened again last night. It happened again this morning.
What?
Nosebleed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, you need some magnesium.
The room is probably dry.
Lee, you need magnesium. Go get some powder magnesium, put in your water, your juice, whatever. It's going to change all of that. I think put 2 scoops in it.
I think it's really coming from the medicine that I'm putting in my eye. I think that's where it's coming from, because after the 3rd drop, I'm supposed to use it 4 times a day. After the 3rd drop, and I use it first thing in the morning. I do my last one before I go to bed. And then when I use that, start that morning, and I'm all full. Then I blow my nose, and bam, there it goes. That's like every morning, or every other morning it comes. Sometimes it's worse. I can feel it trickling down, and I can't grab it. Feel like you feel something moving in your nose, but you can't. You don't. It's way up there. You can't get it. Then when I take the
Yeah.
You might need a dehumidifier.
Yeah, even with the medicine.
Hey, y'all, I gotta focus. I've gotten lost twice getting to work this morning. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go.
You don't know where you're
I'm gonna see y'all
going.
later.
Uber, be safe.
All
Let
right,
them get you.
I'll see y'all later. All right.
Love you, bro.
You gotta get to work.
Yeah, you need some magnesium. Magnesium take all of that away. We supposed to have it twice a day, but I'll be studying this stuff. But magnesium is very important. We don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't missing people saying I got magnesium.
I
So
take it because I can show you too. I take magnesium, zinc, and elderberry. The first sign of a sniffles, I'm taking my zinc. That's the first sign. But I take magnesium and my elderberry.
Listen,
yes,
I am teetotally healthy. I am, as far as my blood and all of that stuff is I'm healthy. I have two situations that's going on with me right now. And since this is Wellness Wednesday, I can throw it out there. And it's really strange because I have an air bubble in my lung. They don't know where it comes from. It's not a bacteria. It's not an infection. But this air bubble could actually burst and collapse in my lung. They may not be able to take it out, but they don't know where it comes from. They've said that this is a rare situation for that to happen. So I got to go and take care of that. And then the nosebleeds, which I think is coming from I honestly do believe it's coming from the steroid eye drops that I'm putting in my head. So I need y'all for Wellness Wednesday. Huh?
It could be, I said even the drops still could be drying you out as well. But but definitely your body, your blood might need certain things. Like Kiani said, you may need to get your magnesium up. You gotta know where you are to know what's going on, like with your health wise and stuff. So, and that's all medicine is. It's a subjective ruling out game. They say, okay, is it this, the guessing game. No medicine is exact science. That's what I'm saying. So everything you're ruling out. So I'll get a dehumidifier in my house to put moisture in the house, because I know my eye doctor told me when I was getting my shots just on Friday, because I had pains shoot through my eyes and head, and he said it was because my eyes was dry and my eyes keep leaking. The side of my eyes is so leaky. He said that's why they're dry, and it could cause that pain. And I also know that dryness can also cause for the vessels to rupture, to dry sometimes. Your nose gets too dry up in there, you get a nosebleed. So maybe your steroidal eye drops are drying you out. And maybe you need a little bit of moisture, and maybe you need the magnesium in your blood so it won't dry you out like the desert. So it's a bunch of little things that could, affect one big thing. Let's get the next video on the road, y'all. What we got going? Well, Molly, pull up the next video. We want to get that on the road. Here we go.
I'm so sick of people getting bad advice. And one of the worst pieces of advice that I hear all the time is don't date a broke man. Wrong. It's not don't date a broke man. Don't date an uneducated man. For when he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. Let me say that again, because y'all need to jot that down. When he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. When he can't match your intellect, when he can't match you in conversation, when he can't really debate you, when he can't really offer much to a talk, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. His strength will show up in other places. And those places will be emotional or physical abuse or both. Am I lying? You need an educated man. For an educated man will know how to escape poverty. An educated man has an understanding of patriarchal system. An educated man understands feminism, and an educated man understands how to learn. When you deal with an uneducated man, you're dealing with a man who never had to be a student. You can't teach somebody who has never learned how to be taught. So he ain't gonna give you no but broke. That's the only thing he could do different for you. But an educated man will get it. Especially for women, y'all are getting degrees at higher rates, which means you're escaping poverty at higher rates, which means you're making more money, and it means you're intellectually superior. So if he's not beating you intellectually and financially, where else can he beat you at? I'm so sick of people getting bad advice.
Now, did y'all get what this young man saying? And I'm so glad. See, he wasn't saying don't date broke men. He said don't date uneducated men. Kiani, since you are a man, you and Molly are the men on the panel. Kiani, what you say about that? About dating? Don't date broke. Don't date uneducated.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, let me tell you, if she got a plastic fork in her purse, you better take off running. Yes, I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. Yes, I mean, you want somebody to keep his shoes on when he spend the night because he leave as soon as he's finished. They always say they want nice. Yeah, hon, listen. They say they want nice man, but you gotta have 2 guns in the night just to come over. I'm serious. These girls, man, they want somebody emotionally messed up. When you meet them, you take them out, you're nice to them, you're sweet. They very insecure. They was with Rilo, so you have no chance. It's just, I mean, you got to pray for yourself. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. They said they want somebody nice, but I ain't seen it. All time I seen it if I tell them bring chainsaw over. You come on over. So you gotta say something that they're not used to seeing. And that's saying I'm bringing chainsaw over and can I bring dirt back in the living room. If you say that, as you can come over. So I appreciate them. You gotta talk crazy to them. You gotta say I did 7 murders last year. I'm on the way.
That sounds so bad. I don't think that's what that young man was saying. He said he's tired of women saying that they don't do broke men, where they should be saying they shouldn't do uneducated men. That is true. That is so true. The video, you talking about chainsaw, put the dirt back in the living room.
Yeah. Marley gonna talk about. Marley gonna talk about. He's seen them. They're gonna talk about them fine girls, and they with somebody. Marty was gonna talking about. He's seen them. They be some beautiful, wonderful women, and you be like, you with him? I mean, Lito talking about, and you do too.
I think that's the women that he talking to. Them the type of women he talking to. Like y'all getting bad advice. You know, y'all keep dating these dudes that might look like something, but they uneducated. It's okay that they broke. He's saying I ain't even tripping about the money. He's saying that these dudes just can't even think on the level that you want. So it's like she's saying basically, man, because I think that dude gay. I don't even understand why he even speaking on that. You know, it seemed like he talking about men that he dated. It sounded like he dated a broke man, but outside of that, I got the message that he getting across. But a lot of people still date rich, uneducated men. And there's a lot of them out here that just got money passed down to them from their family. And people are still dating because they got money. You know, so that's what I got from that. Like he's saying date somebody educated, but he need to speak on more. There's a lot of rich, uneducated men out here too that women still dating. You know, so it's like, is he just talking about education or is it really about money? Because he skipped across the people with money that's not educated. He just focused on, if he broke, just make sure he educated. So that's what I got from it. It's okay to date somebody broke, as long as they educated.
Now, see, what I got out of that, he's telling women, he said he's tired of women saying I don't date broke men. He's trying to tell women that they shouldn't be looking for financial, they should be looking for the mental. That's what he's telling them. Don't be tripping off the money part, because he said that a broke man that got brains can go out and figure out how to make money. So he won't be broke for long. A broke man that got education can go out and figure how to listen emotionally. A broke man but he got an education, or he could think, he could understand the women, he could understand everything. What he was saying, people shouldn't keep saying, "Oh, I don't date money." They should say, "I don't do ignorance." That's what we should be saying, instead of us saying that money chomps out or rules over educational sense. Oh, as long as you got money, you don't gotta have good sense. As long as you got money. And if that's the only thing that he got over you is money, why that makes sense. Money is the root of all evil. That's going to get you a good time tonight. That's going to get your butt wet. That's going to get you whatever, but it's not going to sustain you, because that's just and according to a lot of y'all, it's just a fictional thing anyway. What y'all say, money isn't real, it really doesn't exist. So yeah, I think I would take a man with education over the financial part, because like that young man said, if you got education or you got the wherewithal, you ain't going to be broke for long. You could figure out a way to make money. Your mind, let it get you to make money. Lee, what are you seeing when you saw that video?
When I saw that video, I said, what in the gay rights is he talking about?
He ain't gay. Why y'all saying that voice? I don't know what he is. He just got a high sounding voice. Smalley said
if he ain't gay, he'll hold one in his mouth until one come along. He make me just want to kick him in his non-binary with that dumb shit.
We got listen to it again. We got to.
I know what he said. I heard what he said very well.
We heard it. We heard
Number one, even listen. I've heard of and I've seen people with less education of a degree in black men never going to school, becoming millionaires, or our fortunes have been taken away from us because we didn't have the money to patent them. So, and you're talking second grade education, had to stay home and farm. So, and they weren't educated, but they kept a wife for the rest of their lives. They didn't leave the wife. They took care of them. So maybe it's the new breed, because everybody got to do sexuality or something, that they're uneducated. But even an educated person is smart enough to know how to fuck over you and make you take care of him, that he don't have to work. You know what I mean? So if you got someone that you think is illiterate or uneducated, teach them. Show them how to love. You know, the song say, "I want to know what love is."
Molly,
show them.
Let's watch that video one more time, because I mean I must have missed something. Let's see that. Let's run it back and put people that just
on what he's saying.
No, I'm wondering. I see Katina and I see Felicia. And Katina said, "What WTF is he talking about?" So let's go back and listen to it one more again to see. Felicia just tapping in. What do you think about this video we're about to show?
I'm so sick of people getting bad advice. And one of the worst pieces of advice that I hear all the time is don't date a broke man. Wrong. It's not don't date a broke man. Don't date an uneducated man. For when he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. Let me say that again, because y'all need to jot that down. When he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. When he can't match your intellect, when he can't match you in conversation, when he can't really debate you, when he can't really offer much to a talk, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. His strength will show up in other places. And those places will be emotional or physical abuse or both. Am I lying? You need an educated man. For an educated man will know how to escape poverty. An educated man has an understanding of patriarchal system. An educated man understands feminism. And an educated man understands how to learn. When you deal with an uneducated man, you're dealing with a man who never had to be a student. You can't teach somebody who has never learned how to be taught. So he ain't gonna give you no different, but broke. That's the only thing he could do different for you. But an educated man will get it. especially for women. Y'all are getting degrees at higher rates, which means you're escaping poverty at higher rates, which means you're making more money, and it means you're intellectually superior. So if he's not beating you intellectually and financially, where else can he beat you at?
Oh, okay. I think that's a woman.
No, that's a man.
I think that's a woman,
dude.
Come on, Reese. That's a man, but he making sense to a extent. But once again, I told you the woman has to pick too. So a man like us great men out here, we could be wonderful, but when you go to a wonderful woman, she looking for Ray J. Look for Ray J so she can be the Illuminati again. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
between education and train. Even Malik Bey said that yesterday. Being educated and trained. Educated on what or trained on what? Because like Alicia said, she said, my father had only a 6th grade education, but he had sense enough to know how to take care of his family and his wife and to love them. And both. That's right. That is so true. So he, as far as book sense, he might be uneducated as far as book sense, but he did know how to get out there and take care of his family, and he loved, and he was there nurturing to not only his wife, his family, his children, and his grandchildren, which is moi. So, and all he had was a 6th grade education, but you would never know it. He drove trucks. He was a truck driver. He drove for the district, got all kinds of awards and accolades for being truck driver and, you know, government, district government and all of that. Then he drove big 18-wheelers. My granddaddy did a lot with just that little 6th grade education, but you would never know it. So education versus book smart versus street smart. What are you educated on? What type of educated? Because I know a lot of nerdy guys that think they better than me because they got to educate, try to punch down on me, like try to make me seem like I'm dumb or you stupid or you just don't know what's going on. I know a lot of nerdy dudes that abuse women too. So now that we went back and see it, I kind of agree with some things he said and I disagree.
Yeah.
Now I heard what I know. I heard what I heard.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, same opinion.
You know, so I mean, I don't know what kind of men he been dating.
I think that's a lady dressed up as a man.
No, that's a bruh, man. That is Miss Sir.
His mustache was real. That wasn't a fake mustache.
I call him Miss Sir.
Mustache is real too. So what that?
No, that's my beard is real. My beard is real. He had a whole. I'm trying to. My gang. What was it? My gang of 15 hairs right here. You know, I got that. I don't have a problem with that. But that I call him Miss Sir. Miss Sir.
I said once again, you attract what you want. I don't care what anybody say. I have seen you. Whatever you want, you attract it. That's why you always see people start looking like each other after a while. You know, you start looking like your mate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all start blending in after like 6 months.
Molly, send Felicia the link. Felicia, you want to say something?
I'm sorry you said that, man, because every woman that I met, not every last one of them, but most of them that I meet, their husbands always tell me I'm a freak magnet and want me to peg them. So it ain't the woman, it's the man.
Oh my God.
I've had three ladies that I used to mess, 3 different ones. They were married because they. Okay.
Let me put a pin in it. Let me hold it. Okay. Remember, I'm gonna hold that thought. Go ahead, finish, Lee. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you told me that. Okay. And
I'm gonna put a pin in it. Go ahead.
So these 3 women, and it's a wellness thing because it's a mental thing that you go through. when you run into certain situations. And for this to happen, he called me a freak magnet. So by you saying that we are who we date, that we become that, I'm not a freak magnet. I don't, well, maybe I am, but I don't know.
Okay. You done, Lee?
Yes, that's all I was gonna say before you chop me up. I apologize. I didn't mean to change up anything.
I know you're a freak magnet and all because
No, I'm
I
not.
know,
I'm not a freak magnet. People, I don't want to be a freak magnet. I don't want to be.
This is what I wanted to tell people. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I got to give people a warning and a bit of advice. Off these dating apps, there are a lot of sick people out there. So be careful. Even on the news, they say there's a lot of what you're reading the verbiage. People want to meet somebody nice. They don't want to meet sickos. But there are people out there that want to solicit you to do heinous acts upon them. When Lee got that pagan, it just brought back a boom in my head. You don't never know who you out there, ladies, and men got to be careful too, or who's out there catfishing them, or who's out there just in the dating world society. You got to really vet these people that you meet online, because they could come online just like I met people. They say, "Oh, I seen your show," and they DM me, and you try to get a conversation going back and forth. Then they come up with you and say, I will pay you to peg me. Then you be like, oh, show the blow. Somebody's messing with me. Somebody's joking with me. But there are a lot of stuff out there that I'm not subscribing to. You don't even bring that type of energy, but it'll try to find you and jump on you. I said, that ain't nothing but y'all just got to be careful. Don't meet nobody. Don't meet nobody at their house. If somebody say, come over to my place, don't do it.
Listen, let me say this one thing, and it's in the news right now. This young black man in Maryland been dating this girl for like 4 or 5 months. He was gonna ask her, if I'm not mistaken, the way the news said, he was gonna ask her to marry him, because he was ready. They was in a relationship for like 8-9 months, and find out it was a man when they went when he decided he wanted to go in, because the only thing she was doing was oral sex to him. And when he decided he was going to go over and they got to do, found out it was a man. He shot that man.
I remember
because
that.
He didn't know.
They
caught him on the metro in DC.
Was that the fat? He was married to fat white lady. I'm not saying the color, but it looked like a fat white woman, but it was actually a man. Is that the one? I saw that story as well too. They went to get married, and then he wanted to confess that I was born a man. But no, she was white. She was a fat white. She was a fat white woman, and he never, he never went down there. And when she lost the weight and stuff and whatever, or when he went down there and found out that wasn't a pie at all.
Yeah.
That it was
and he got, what did he get? He got 40, what he got? So many years, but they suspended 48 years, and he only have to do 12 now. I think that's the way that went.
Gotta be men and women got to be careful.
You gotta have some baby pictures. If somebody foot longer than yours and they have muscles just like you, something ain't right. If they're an Adam's apple,
look
that's the man.
Look like a woman, like a fat woman.
Listen, contractor, you in good company, and don't take this as a hit. But I'm just saying that when you run into a woman, there's a woman that look like a woman, and they got some a lot of duct tape around the house, that's a man. That's that tough thing.
Dang.
I don't
I'm
know,
just
Mark.
saying, be
I said
Asking me
the
a
same
question.
thing.
be careful who you dating.
Oh no,
Went
no,
on
no,
this
no, no,
Wednesday
no.
or mentally.
How did we
Just be
get to this?
careful.
Yeah,
Oh, I ain't nothing.
because that non-binary guy was just on there talking about.
Well, the whole
Anyway,
point is you want somebody educated. You want somebody who can help you solve the situation, you know, de-escalate whatever's going on. You want somebody say you can do it, baby. You know, you want somebody to cheer you on. You want a cheerleader, you know. So if you're not successful, you want somebody to help you be successful in all types of ways, and vice versa. You want to say, go ahead, baby, you can do it. The promotion coming. Let's pray together. So, you know, it takes two. You attract what you want. You know, if you want some prayer and some good, that's what you're gonna get. If you want some grimy, it's what you're gonna get. So, you know, depending what you
no,
want.
not necessarily. Because
If you what
Kiana, you
want,
don't
what you
gotta be
get.
grimy, but grimy always try to find you. So
Well, you got to
no.
change the energy. You
Grimy,
got to change the
grimy
energy.
looking for somebody to do.
Listen, when I get gender fished, and I think that these are girls that I'm trying to holler at and find out they guys, and when I really find out, look at them and tell them the devil is a liar, and I keep it moving. So all of it is not just, it's not what I want. I want a fine ass lady. I didn't want no fine ass dude. If I wanted a dude in a dress, I can do that myself.
But the thing is, you have to act it and talk it. What you talk is what you want. You know?
I don't
So, I
understand.
mean, what you
Let's
say
welcome Uncle to the
is
panel.
what we become. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we talk is what we become, like what we attract. The people we around is what we attract. Your love is what you want. If you attracting love, you own love. You attract it. We all had situations where we met some unworthy people, but eventually you find somebody that's worthy. That's how it goes.
Felicia said, if you are looking for a life mate, what she say? If you are looking for a life mate, for me, you have to have a good heart and a strong
Get
spirit.
off my couch. Fall off my couch, nigga.
And Uncle said, get off his couch. Yeah, you can't be on nobody's couch if you're trying to have a good, a strong heart and spirit, right, Unc?
What?
Said, get off
No,
my couch.
I'm talking to my dogs. But
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying what exactly was? Yeah, I'm John late. What exactly was y'all topic that y'all was speaking on? Cause when I came in, I heard I heard a conversation. I really didn't know what was going on. You know.
You heard Carl say you
I'm just trying to figure out like what was. I heard something about attractions and trials, tribulations that we go through with people on a daily basis. Also heard about you attract this and you attract that. That's what you tell yourself that comes around you. If you got negative thoughts and feelings and all that, the negativity and all that sorrow and all that, them gens are gonna come around you. It's how you feel on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling bad, guess what? There's always gonna be something bad that happens. If you're feeling good, man, don't nothing but good stuff happen. It's all in what we tell ourselves and how we walk. Guess what? You looking for you and somebody said something about she looking for a woman. That's what you attracted because that's how you think it. That's how you think. You know what I'm saying? If you're not thinking like that, guess what? That entity does not have the power to come anywhere near you. Why is y'all volume down so low?
Oh, I don't.
Hello?
Value. Well, I ain't trying to attract no man that want me to peg him. So this man, I wasn't trying to attract nothing. We started talking about music, and I was talking about entertainment. Then out of the blue, he was like, "I like you, and I want you to do me." I'm like, "Oh no." But then he goes, "But I'm not gay. I'm not trying to attract nothing like that." As a matter of fact, I wasn't attracting, trying to get no mate at all. And you
I'm just trying to figure out why is that a major topic? Why is that a major topic?
That's not the topic.
That shouldn't be a major topic. Because like I said, at the end of the day,
let me tell you what the topic was. The topic was
I'm listening.
Saying that women should not say that they won't date broke men, that they should say that they won't date uneducated men. And he's saying because if you're broke, if you're educated, you have the wherewithal to make money, to understand the woman plight, and he just went on why you shouldn't date an uneducated man instead of saying women that say they won't date a broke guy. He said just because he broke don't mean, and that's how this all trickled down. Women.
Okay, well, if we're gonna talk about what a female is gonna date, if she's gonna have characteristics and put a dude on a certain plateau, then he don't need her ass any motherfucking way. If he got to go through all these hoops and she's not going to date him unless he's intelligent and all this and all that, then guess what? Go find somebody that you think is intelligent and hope that they like you. And hope that they like you. How about that?
Let him see
guess
the
what?
video.
Life is so much bigger than money.
Let him see the video.
It's a video?
Yeah. Contractor ain't seen the video either, so. Molly got to bring it back up.
That right there, that dude, he's binary. He's non-binary. Something wrong with him. There's ain't nowhere in the world he said that he can't. If they can't beat him, educate in a conversation, then that means he's gonna take his aggressions out and be abusive to her.
Molly,
that's the only way he can beat her.
Ask the questions. Molly, play the video from Unc and Contractor.
People getting bad advice, and one of the worst pieces of advice that I hear all the time is don't date a broke man. Wrong. It's not don't date a broke man. Don't date an uneducated man. For when he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. Let me say that again, because y'all need to jot that down. When he is intellectually inferior, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. When he can't match your intellect, when he can't match you in conversation, when he can't really debate you, when he can't really offer much to a talk, he will assert his dominance in other arenas. His strength will show up in other places. And those places will be emotional or physical abuse or both. Am I lying? You need an educated man. For an educated man will know how to escape poverty. An educated man has an understanding of patriarchal system. An educated man understands feminism. And an educated man understands how to learn. When you deal with an uneducated man, you're dealing with a man who never had to be a student. You can't teach somebody who has never learned how to be taught. So he ain't gonna give you no different, but broke. That's the only thing he could do different for you. But an educated man will get it. Especially for women, y'all are getting degrees at higher rates, which means you're escaping poverty at higher rates, which means you're making more money, and it means you're intellectually superior. So if he's not beating you intellectually and financially, where else can he beat you at? I'm so sick of people getting bad advice. And one of
did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what he was saying?
Oh yeah, I heard him. I know what he said.
No, not you. I'm talking about Unc and Contractor. Did y'all hear what?
Hello,
what
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have I don't think, first of all, I don't think anybody's, I don't know how to put this, because like he said something that I don't agree with, but I also agree with. Because if you got somebody that's ignorant out here, they can't have a common conversation without cursing every 3 words, without doing this, doing that, acting all extra. I mean, he may, you know, I don't know, cause like, man, that's a hard one right there. Because I'm gonna try my hardest not to. I'm gonna use myself. I don't care what your education is, because all that means is, you know, you got good memory. You know, it means you got good memory. You know what I'm saying, I don't like to listen to the rhetoric of because I don't have as much money as you, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. In real relationships, it's not about somebody trying to beat the next person out. It's about putting this shit together and let's move forward. It's about building together. And this is something that we all need to recognize and realize. Media keep on putting out all these ignorant motherfuckers to say all this about how we really feel. Can't no woman tell you how a man feels inside, and can't no man tell you how a woman really feels inside. Right. No matter, money does not make you happy. Money does not make you happy. At the end of the day, it ruins. Right. Majority of relationships are ruined because of money. Because guess what? You want to know the biggest thing that a man can't stand? Because you got more money than me at your little job, you think you can say anything out your mouth. But let you be broke and need some money, and then it's, oh, you want to come bow down and all that. No, you got to have the same energy both ways. Both fucking ways. That ignorant ass shit that they keep on putting out here in mainstream media about, oh, I'm so independent. Excuse my language, man, please. Get the fuck out of here. We need each other to survive. We need each other. There's no big eyes and little U's in any fucking relationship. In any relationship. That's the problem, man. Like, everybody who got a little bit of money and doing good and all that, it's not about the challenge. It's never about the challenge. You don't come in your house looking to challenge your wife. That's the last thing a motherfucker want. When I come in this motherfucker, you think I want to hear her say something out her mouth that I don't want to hear? Nah, I'm getting the fuck back out. But see, as a man, I can't always, as an intellectual man, I cannot always let this woman know I'm upset. So I have to walk the fuck away and find a way to deal with it on my own. And then I come back when I get some sense that I can say, man, I don't know what's going on. Let's talk about this. I think that's where the education comes in there. Like I said, at the end of the day, nobody. Oh, excuse me for 1 second, y'all. Excuse me for 1 second. At the end of the day, like I said, nobody wants chaos within their household or within the relationship that they're dealing with. I don't want to go to some type of eatery and I got a female sitting beside me that might say anything out of her mouth because she's not educated enough to say, damn, let me keep my conversation short. Like I said, we both, on both sides of this sexual field, we both make fuck ups. We gotta accept y'all shit with nothing to say though. You good, boo. We're gonna walk away. Because we're bigger than that. We're so much bigger than that. And this is what a lot of people don't know. The ones who don't have money, the broke dudes that all these females talk about, oh, I would never fuck with a broke dude and all that. Guess what? He one of the strongest motherfuckers you might ever meet, because every goddamn day is hell for this motherfucker because he don't have nothing. He's stronger than the average individual that got this silver spoon in his mouth. He gonna teach you how to survive. You teach him how to motherfucking get some money and get his shit on track. And at the same time, a broke nigga is a hurt nigga. He's stuck in some type of situation in his life, and he's stagnated because he can't get past it. And the average broke nigga or whatever y'all want to call him don't have nobody he can really go to, and this goes back to mental health, that he can go to and talk to and try and figure out what the fuck is going on. But I got money. I'm gonna turn my nose up to my homie. I grew up with this nigga, but he fucked up. But I'm gonna turn my nose up to him like I'm better. Nah, he's way better than me, dog. He's way better. I don't have to go through the trials and tribulations as he do. So yeah, I can sit back and say all this other shit about, oh, he don't want to work, he don't want to do this. I don't know what's going on in that man's mind or his life. And the majority of the time, we're too scared to ask the goddamn question. Man, what's going on? We stopped caring about each other a long ass time ago. We need to get back to caring about each other. That's what we really need to fuck up. The conversation about money. If I'm dealing with a female and she's every couple of words is money, something about money. Excuse my language. Get the fuck out my car. You get the fuck on. You get the fuck on. What the fuck? I can spend my own money. You can spend your own money. We're not in this fucking car about no fucking money. We're in this car, spend some time together. Because you want to go somewhere, to a stupid ass restaurant. I suppose, oh, let's go. No, you got me fucked up. No, you got me fucked up. No, if I'm taking you out, I'm gonna ask you where you want to eat. I'm gonna treat you like the woman that you is. I'm gonna open the door for you. You don't touch no doors around me. That's what a man is supposed to do. But at the same time, women look at that as weak now. Oh, he's so weak. Because you're not used to it. You're supposed to be treated like this your whole damn life. So now as you get older and you got a man that treats you like that, a broke dude, open the door for you. Oh my God, you turn your nose up. No, he's giving you the respect that every man's supposed to give you. No female should ever touch any doors outside their house. Period. Like I said, when y'all want to be independent and say how bad y'all is and all that, just remember this dude that you said all this slick shit to that got to protect this goddamn household. This nigga got to protect this fucking household. So I don't give a fuck how mad you is. Somebody come through that motherfucking door, it's that nigga's job to make sure that this motherfucking family is straight. That's where we all forget. We all play a role. The woman plays the role of making sure everything's taken care of in the house. Play that role. Okay, go to work. Do whatever you got to do. A man's job is security. Security. By all means necessary. Security. That's our job. We don't need all that extra shit just because you having a fucked up day. We don't need that shit. When the fuck are y'all gonna ask us how our day is going? Like I said, it's all if this. I don't want to be in no friendship or relationship when the main topic or the main thing that we're doing is just spending money. Because if you so goddamn smart, then if anything, you be trying to invest this money into something instead of spending this money or some garbage with all these other little entities out here. It's about building. What happened to home cooking? What happened to that? It's a goddamn shame that the average black person, let me say the average black person, because it's a damn shame. We don't even cook no more. That's crazy. You got out of a family of 25 people, you got 3 that can cook. Are you serious? Are you serious? And the men and a lot of us men that went to jail had to learn how to cook in jail. And then we do everything we can, and guess what? I be damned if you come to the house some days and it's hot meal in that motherfucker. Like I said, it's the small thing that men ask for. You know what I'm saying? All that rhetoric about money and education and all that shit. That's for the weak-hearted and weak-minded. Weak-hearted and weak-minded. Because I can take a broke motherfucker, put the thought in their head and bring them up. But I can also take this rich motherfucker, put that thought in their head and bring them all the way down. It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Right. And I feel a lot of what you said, and I believe being with the right person is very important, because you could be with the right man or woman, and they help elevate each other. You get with the wrong person and they help bring you down. So lining yourself up with that right person for you, that's very important. We should want to thrive together Miss Contractor, I see you, boo. Hey.
Hi, Reese.
You heard what was going on, right? You
But
heard the
who
conversation. So
but okay, so who determines is this the right or wrong person? Because last I checked, the average time that it takes to get into a real relationship is 5 years. So, and you still don't know your partner within that first 5 years. That's why a dude, once he get to 6, 7 years, he been with this girl. That's why he don't mind going through the dumb shit. He done made it past the 5. If you can make it past the 5, guess what? You can make it a whole lifetime. The 5 is the first hard. That's what, man. I ain't got time, man. Messing nobody else, man. I'm going back in the house.
You determine who's right for you, baby. I can't determine who's right for you. You know that, right? Miss Contract.
I don't know it. That's the problem. I don't know. I deal with it.
Yes,
I don't look. I don't know. Look. I'm just being real. I don't know what goes on in that girl's head on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I take care of my kids, I take care of the household. I do what I'm supposed to do as a man. Now, everything else, I learned something very important whenever I have to argue with. Whenever I have a disagreement, I ain't really gonna do no argument, but whenever I have a disagreement with any female or any male, I'm gonna say, you know something? I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let you talk. And when they finish talking, I don't have to say much. Because I'm going to get straight to the point, say what I got to say, and that's it. That's it. But I'm going to do it so respectful, you're not going to have no comeback like, wow. All that energy and damn, I still didn't press a button.
Let Mr. Contractor want to chime in. Can we throw the flag, the play on the flag?
Well, y'all gotta give me a second. I got an important phone call I gotta take. I'll come back, okay?
Okay. Miss Contractor, Mr. Contractor. Okay. Which one of y'all want to chime in first?
You can go first.
Go ahead, Miss Contractor.
My head hurt. So, what's today's topic? Is it what's going on today?
Well, it's Wellness Wednesday, and it started off from the video that you saw with the guy. We're talking about mental wellness now because when we get into relationships and people, it's mental wellness now. It's along this line. The guy was saying how he's tired of women saying they don't want to date a broke man. They should be saying that they don't want to date an uneducated man. So that's what spilled all this. And we were saying that it's a difference between education and training and all that because because he was saying that if you're uneducated, that you don't have the bandwidth to deal with a woman, feminist, a woman making more money than the man, and that if you don't have that that mental capacity, that all you got is money, you're going to show your dominance elsewhere in the relationship. I think that's basically what it's saying.
One, if we tie this all into mental health, it's too much and it becomes stress and it becomes unnecessary stress, even looking at it. And I get the pulling it apart part, but I'm trying to make sure. So I'm trying to figure out where to touch. One, 99% of men do not care about how much a woman makes. Women are more concerned about showing off or bragging about how much they make to each other, or to make themselves, like put themselves on this pedestal of saying, well, I make this and I have this degree and I've done this and I've done that. Most men don't care about that. I can have all of these degrees and I can have all of this education and all of this knowledge, but what do those degrees bring to my relationship? That doesn't bring anything to the relationship. As far as say that you wouldn't date an uneducated man, if anything, you both should be. It's not saying that one person is more educated than the other, or it almost sounds like it's like trying to tear down a person, because we should be able to work together. If there's something that I don't know and I can teach you, it's all in how I teach you. If I'm approaching you in a way that is belittling you, that's when a man is going to feel like, oh, she thinks she's better than me. And that may not be the way that you're coming across or you're trying to convey it. At the same time, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know that this man that you were trying to say is uneducated can teach me. So what is your, like, what are you saying? What does it mean to be uneducated? You can be street smart and hood savvy and be one of the smartest people in the world. Most people who did not finish school are extremely successful because they have that, like, they have their own box. That's when we look at those pictures of people, when we see like the posters and you've got a million like people who are all gray, but you got one person that stands out in yellow. And out of all of those people, those are the successful people because they're thinking for themselves. They're not thinking for everybody else. They just think individually and uniquely. So I can't say, no, don't date an uneducated man. Who am I to say that that person is uneducated? That could be the smartest person in the world, and I don't even know it.
But see, he was saying that women are saying this, oh, I don't date a broke man. So the guy was saying, instead of saying, I don't date a broke man, you should be saying, I don't date an uneducated man, like that. So he's trying to
change the narrative and trying to say, instead of saying this, say this, where either way, who was the woman to say, I'm not going to date a broke man when you ain't got $5 in your purse, but you walking around with a Louis or a Huey?
Oh,
so who are you to say?
I see people with Louis bag, but not Louis money inside. And that's to me, that's just, I'm like that's wild. That's just like people they having Benz and Porsches parked in front of the project.
I mean, look,
that's the same as having a Louis with $5 in it.
For us, it's like being over in West Baltimore and you see all of these dilapidated houses all over the place, and you live in one house in the middle of a bunch of abandoned houses, and you got a Porsche, or you got a whatever expensive.
Is that
you got a car. No, that's not gentrification. That's uneducation. That's what that is. That's not thinking. That don't have nothing to do with gentrification. You could buy that Porsche, buy your block, and redevelop it.
That's just, I know what gentrification is. You missed the joke.
No, I got it. It's something. Look, sometimes they go a little over, but I got it. But yeah, no. Most women will sit back and a lot of women have a lot of complaints about men, but won't sit back and look at the complaints that men have about them. They think that they're perfect in every way, that they can just do whatever they want to. You can have 5 kids and that man is supposed to just take you on. It's not happening. I don't believe in a package deal. I don't. You have your kids, you take care of those kids. If that man decides that he wants to be a part of that, that's his decision. But you don't get to walk in and say, oh, it's our package deal. That's really thinking about it and drawing it back to mental health. That's really a mental issue. It's a mental issue that people think that they can create these false realities and do and say whatever they want to and then move on. I'm going to stop rambling because I need Mr. Contractor to talk to.
Yeah, I taught my baby well.
Oh, Lord.
We just had this. Nah, for real. Man, I've had these conversations all the time. We just, some of the stuff he said, we just talked about this morning. And it's funny that, you get on the show, but my thing is, if a woman says she's not going to deal with a broke dude, I don't think she should. You don't want to deal with no, like, in the same sense as when a woman say a guy broke, there's a sense that a woman can be broke. You know what I mean? She'll be staying in somebody's house, got multiple kids. That might be her. That might be her addition to being broke. But a man addition to being broke is he live with his mother. He don't drive. See, it's levels to it. And that educated versus uneducated, that's just a whole nother way of keep us discriminated against each other. That's all that is. Because most people, like you said, Elon Musk, most people who are successful didn't go to college. I ain't go to college and I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? So that, see, when that educated bullshit or whatever, you're only educated in in that field. So anything outside of that, you don't know nothing about because you putting everything into that. You're going to work because of that. Everything you're doing is because of that. You have no common sense outside of nothing. All you can say is, I'm educated. Because you got a piece of paper that some dumbass white man gave you. That means nothing. Because you lose that piece of paper, then what? See, but somebody who can think on their own, do their own thing and this and that, you're gonna find a way, especially if you struggle when you're younger, creativity comes out of that. Oh, you gotta mute that.
And I know
sorry.
You're right. And there are a lot of broke educated people. See, broke and education, they're two different things.
Got nothing to do with each other.
Being hungry. It's just a status for now. Because if you hungry and you go eat, you ain't hungry no more. You broke, you go earn some money. Guess what? You ain't broke no more. But
this is the thing.
You know, but there's a lot of educated broke people.
But this is the thing. Educated and broke is two different things. Only black people put them together to keep us more separated from each other. Because it's dudes out here who dropped out of school in the 3rd grade who drug dealers that's millionaires and they hold their fork and eat like this. So it ain't got nothing to do with education or not.
But hold they do that again. They do what? Hold that fork
and eat like this. Like a caveman. Right. And they millionaires. So what do education got to do with money? Those are two different things. We put them together to make ourselves feel like we better than each other. I know one of my customers is a doctor, and her husband is a home inspector. She still get off of work. If I'm at the house work, she'll get off of work, bring his plate to him, all of that. She don't get into I make more money. We the only ones do that dumb shit. Nobody else do that. That's why they got family structure and they stay together. We the only ones do that. Oh, a man only good based on how much money he got. There's some good dudes out here that's broke. They might be rich mentally. They just haven't got to being rich physically yet. But women don't want them kind of men. They want you at the end of the race. But if you get me at the end of the race, see, women think everything's supposed to be easy. They think, oh, if I get with this dude, he make all his money, life gonna be easier. No, it don't work like that. You got to. I had to work for this. There's certain requirements that I need you to do. Like when I don't want to say it, but I'm just saying when I met her, she checked all my boxes, and that's why she miscontracted. You know what I mean? I had a housekeeper, all that. She came in and took all of them out. You don't need no other woman to do nothing. I'm dealing with other chicks. They coming through. I'm leaving me out of it. But you don't. Them two is two separate things. Education and money, they don't got nothing to do with each other.
Rodney, what say you, Rodney, the beast? I see you, man. I agree.
How you doing? First, I want to say this. I do agree with a lot of things the contractor said. I do want to say hi to Mrs. Contractor because I remember last show that I was on, Mr. Contractor told me 98% of women ain't shit. So I'm happy you found that. I'm happy you found that 2%. So I'm glad about that. I didn't think he was real. I thought it was bullshit. So
I still stand on that 98%.
Wait a minute, but there's somebody math ain't math.
Hold on.
Because
exactly. Because
you had a woman. Rodney
I told him I got a woman. I told him I got a woman that's worth it. He got a woman. I think it was Boubacar was on there. He got a woman. I said somewhere it's got to be better than 98%. But we're gonna go ahead and leave that alone. I did want to talk about the topic real quick, and the one thing I wanted to say is that I hate when we do this. Also, one, because of this, it don't matter what you go out there and get, whether he's rich, poor, educated, whatever. If you are not in the right place, if you are not there, then it don't matter because y'all not going to make it. You have to start with you. So it don't matter if they're rich, broke. It don't matter if they're educated, uneducated. You're not going to be with that person that makes you happy until you know yourself. until you understand what it is that you want and what it is that you need. Because some people don't need this. Some people don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find that person that's going to make you whole. And whether maybe for one person, they're educated. Maybe for another person, they're a hard worker. Maybe for another person, they're rich. Maybe for another person, they're broke and they have goals. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to make you happy is, one, in my opinion, you're not going to be in a healthy relationship until you work on you. Until you get to where you need to be in a relationship. Because there's a lot of people in relationships that are not ready for relationships. That they're not ready. So they look at him and go, oh, he's broke. Or a man goes, oh, look at her. She's not cooking. She's not cleaning. Or, vice versa. So that has nothing to do with that person. It has everything to do with you. Because once you get to yourself to the point where you know what you're looking for, you know it is that basically that yin to that yang. Because we're all looking for something to complete us. And everybody's different. What may complete Contractor may not complete me. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing for Mrs. Contractor. What she's looking for in her man is not what my wife is looking for. So therefore, until you really know yourself, you out here just basically throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it's gonna stick. So I tell people all the time, and when I talk to people and this, that, and the other, and they're telling me, oh, my wife is this or my husband is that, I look at them and I say, well, what are you doing? Because if you don't start with you, there's nothing you can do about that other person. So whether they're educated, uneducated, this, that, and the other, if you don't start and get to know yourself first, then it don't matter, because you'll find something wrong with that person. You'll figure out something that is not going to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know how to make yourself happy first. So that's all I got to say about it.
And Rodney, you know what? I want to add this. When you are happy with you and you know who you are and what you are, you can understand and accept people for whatever it is that they bring. Because I know in other relationships, I'm just going to use myself for example for quick. When I wasn't happy, no matter what that person did was going to make me happy, because I wasn't happy with me. And he was not the end all be all to my happiness. I am the key to me being happy. And once you figure that out, once you love yourself, and once you know it's you and that no everybody else complete you, I'm completed all by myself. I'm a complete package. I'm looking for a complete package that we could come together and complete some other stuff together. Once you know that you all you need and you all you got, then everybody else that come to your life, you're gonna move differently. You're gonna float differently. You're gonna feel differently. And you're gonna look for better relationship, better sustaining stuff, because you're doing better. Once you know better, you do better. That is the truth. Once you know yourself better, you do better what's best for yourself. I can't tell you what's good for Rodney. I can only tell you what I know is good for me. I can't tell Mr. and Mr. Contractor what's good for them, how they dynamic work. I can only tell you what works for myself. And Felicia said that she hates it when we say that we the only one to do that, like women the only one to do that. I know a lot of women, she's right, that don't care about how much the man make. I'm one of them. I never cared about how much you make. I never looked at it like that anyway. It's not where you start. It's where you end. If I can see where you're going, and I can say, well, I'm traveling that way too, we can go together and do better. Let's go. But if I see you and you going left and I'm going right, then we ain't never going to meet, because you're going that way and I'm going that way. Then it's best apart. But do you know some people will stay in a relationship knowing they're not going the way their partner going, just so they won't be alone? That was a long time ago. A lot of people do that just to say, let's just go in a relationship going nowhere just so they can say, I got somebody. That's mental. See, that's all of that go back to mental. And like Miss Contractor said earlier, stressful. If you got a relationship, people, that stresses your mind and your wherewithal, and you got to think about it, always cause you emotional emotional turmoil, then you might need to think about freeing yourself up. You know, and that's mental stress right there. We got enough stress dealing with the regular hustle and bustle. And then some outside entity coming along and adding more stress to us. We don't need that. We don't deserve that. And once you get to a place where you know you good and you know you all you need, you would know that you don't need that, you don't deserve that, nor do you want it. But when people mind not right, they think they need that abuse. They think they want, or some people even think, I don't deserve nothing good. Well, I deserve good and I want good.
Mm-hmm. The best thing I did for my relationship and my marriage, I'm 23 years married, was go to counseling and realize my faults. Realize, because once it is so much power in realizing who you are and realizing, because then you realize that it ain't that person, it's you. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing I talk about on the show is that I have abandonment issues. And I didn't realize that every time my wife went on a business trip or went anywhere where she was gone for more than a day, I picked the fight every time. I picked the fight when she left. I picked the fight when she came home. And once I realized it was me, it changed everything, because those fights to me were like the worst fights we would have. But that was only because I had an issue. And I would pick that fight because I wanted her to leave angry so that I could hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's what I did. Now I've realized, and I still struggle with it now. You know what I'm saying? And we had to come up with different techniques and topics to make sure. Like I told my wife, hey, before you go anywhere, we got to make love, because I'm going to, if you go anywhere for a couple days, I'm going to go into this, I'm going to spiral. And now, my wife makes it conscious to do those things, to know, because she knows that those are deep rooted inside of me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't get over those things. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. So like I said, you got to really work on yourself before your relationship can get better. Because then once you got yourself intact, you can understand and even work with your partner with their issues. So their issues don't bother you as much as they used to. Because you understand that, that person had a trauma when she was a child. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. And you become you become okay. Like those little things don't bother you no more. And all you want to do is help each other. And that's what true relationship is, in my opinion. So there you go.
Contractor, you want to add something?
Yeah, you just gotta communicate. Like, we just communicate. We talk about all kind of stuff. Like when she said the package deal, and I was like, women always talking about it's a package deal. I said, well, men got a package deal too. If I gotta deal with another man kid, you gotta deal with other women. You ain't gonna get 100% of my time, and I'm gonna get what's left. That shit don't work like that. We talk about all kind of stuff. We talk about that. We just talk about, and we do it on a regular basis. Like, we talk about the problems, and then we talk about what's the solutions. We talk about our problems and what's the solutions. She talk about her problems. We come up with solutions. I talk about mine. We come up with solutions. That's all. You just gotta. Communication is the key. They don't say that for no reason. That's just what it is.
Agree with you.
Miss Contractor, I got a question for you, because I want you to elaborate on the package deal. Because if a woman has children and she meet a man, you saying that it's not a package deal? I'm trying to understand that a little bit better.
No, it's not a package deal. It's not, because you procreated with another man, and you gifted him these children. And regardless of what direction that relationship went in, if it went good, if it went bad, those are still your children with that man. That man can leave. I want to make sure I'm staying on track with this. That man can leave and go have children with whoever else he wants to have children with. But you as a woman, you still have the responsibility of these children that you created with this other man. So it cannot be expected that you are going to get into a relationship with another man and bring this man's children with you and say, oh, it's me and all of them.
No, okay, because that isn't that what it is. If a man is dating a woman with 3 kids, he know going in that she got 3 kids. Not saying that he is liable to take care of them, but why would you want to date a woman with kids then?
Okay,
Why
so
would a
then that
man
would
want
be
to?
that's the man's choice. If he decides that he wants to deal with, and I don't want to use the word deal with, but if he decides that he wants to be with this woman with those children, that's his decision. That's not our decision to make. We can't force these children onto these men.
No, I
And
ain't saying force
truthfully,
no children. But
but
if a
when you're
man come
saying,
in the household and knowing a
if you
woman
say,
got 3 kids,
that's problem number one, is that the man is not going to go into the woman's household. It's the woman that's entering the man's household. It's the woman that's being taken on and taken care of by that man. So you can't expect that you're going to come into this man's household, or better yet, that you're going to bring him into yours, and expect that he's going to take care of you and not just your children, but another man's responsibilities. That's not right, and it's not fair to him. That's why you have so many men that end up stuck with child support burdens from other children. And truth be told, I will use myself as an example. My dad, who raised me since I was a year old, when my mom filed for child support for my brother, he had to pay child support for me too, because of how long I had been in his life. That wasn't fair. However, he decided to take me on, and to this day, that's my dad. And that's just the type of man that he was. He decided that. He got to decide whether or not he wanted to deal with my mother having me. Not my mother dealing with him and saying, okay, it's a package deal. You're going to take me and you're going to take my daughter. It didn't work that way.
I don't know if I agree, because
hold on, hey Reese. Let me break it down for you a little bit further from the male point of view, because I've had this conversation too. So the other thing about that is, whenever you're a man and you're dating a woman with children, you're not only falling in love with her, you're going to fall in love with those kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part is now you're not losing just her, you're losing these kids, and you have no right to them. Right. So in other words, let's say you take on a woman and she has 2 kids, and you go, I love your mom, I accept you too. And he accepts him, brings him to the household, and a year later the mom goes, I don't want to be with you. He has no rights to those kids at all. He has nothing. So now not only is he losing her, he's losing that love of these children that he has too, and they don't have a decision in that. Right. They don't have a decision in that. They can't say, oh no, I want to be with stepdaddy. No, they can't do that. They got to go with mom. When mom leaves, they're going to go because she has the rights. And that's something, if look at it from a male's point of view, because when we get in a relationship, we're actually getting in that relationship with the children too. And that is something, but we have no rights. So not only do we get the heartbreak of the relationship heartbreak, we get a heartbreak of these kids that I've now cared for the last few years, and they're gone too. And I can't even go visit them because I don't have rights, because I'm just a stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like it's more heartbreaking to date a woman with kids. Because if you break up with them, you have some type of love for these kids. You know what I'm saying? If you really are in love with that woman, or whatever the case may be. So to me, you're getting 3 heartbreaks. If I'm just saying if she has 2 kids instead of just 1. So it is a lot more for the male to put that, to put that love and put that towards that child. It should be fit. Like I feel like Miss Contractor is saying it's his decision, but he shouldn't be forced. Right. He shouldn't, he shouldn't be like, it's either me, you have to take me, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, because he still doesn't have any rights. So
no. I ain't saying that. I'm saying that a man know this lady got 3 kids and still want to mess with that lady.
No,
that
sometimes.
man making that decision to be with the lady with the 3 kids.
No.
Is he gonna come in her house? I want you to fix me food, but don't take care of your kids, or I'm gonna come in and eat the food. I mean, maybe I'm missing something because I've seen it where I've seen men come in on women with children and want the women to take care of them like he's their daddy and he's their children. He want all of that, but he ain't none of that.
Well, that's the woman's fault for even entertaining that.
Yes, that's exactly
that's the woman's fault
right.
for there's a woman's fault for entertaining that. However, again, like I gotta go back to where you said, you know, it's not women trying to force men into doing something as far or forcing their children on men. If you use the term it's a package deal, yes, you're saying kids coming with, and either you taking all of us or you taking nobody.
Right.
What kind of women gonna leave their children? What like well, I know some that have. I know some. I know some moms that they'll say this man or this children. So do I want this man or do I want my children? And I know women who left their children behind to go off with a man.
I mean, and if she probably made a good decision. If the man is a good man for her,
she made a good decision to leave her children.
That's her problem. This is the thing. It's like women feel like they get all of these choices, but men don't get none. We gotta take whatever's given to us. A woman get to choose whatever she want to do, whatever she want to do that, whatever she do that. If she got kids, a man just supposed to accept them. You supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. No, it don't work like that. If she leave her kid, I done dealt with females before and told her, if you want to be with me, you need to put your kids up for adoption because they too bad. They
no.
Yes, and I'm not dealing with that. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. And she
and I would have told you to kick rocks and flip flops. You tell me my children put my children up for adoption.
I wouldn't
want no women like that.
I already got.
I wouldn't want no woman like that.
Not,
but what I'm saying, I wouldn't want no woman that would throw her children away.
You don't know that at first. A lot of times these women hide their kids, and then you come to, they be like, "Oh, I got children. How many kids you got?" Then you get to the house. Her son was in a gang. This nigga set his room on fire and all kind of shit. I said, "Shorty, I can't deal with this. You need to put them little bastards up for adoption if you want us to be together." And she thought about the shit. But then I just had to leave her alone because I got too much to lose. I'm not getting caught up in no house raid and all this other stuff because your son think he hard or whatever. I'm not getting involved in that.
Yeah, I would have left her too with the quickness. When you see
contractor didn't even the extremes, dog. I need to live a day in your life, man. You be having all the extremes. This shit ain't so you gonna tell me 98% of you ain't met until Mrs. Contractor, you ain't met one? Because you have the crucial, like people setting things on fire. They gotta give up their kids for adoption.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, probably a long time ago when I wasn't ready, probably, yeah, if I look back, but I don't know how they would be now, so I can't say. So Miss Contractor was the one. She submissive, she feminine, she all of that shit, and she get everything she want. She got a Lamborghini truck for her birthday, a yellow one. She get whatever she wants.
Money don't mean nothing.
Money don't mean a lot to a lot of people.
Break down stuff. You can't put value on love, is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
for a birthday.
No, I'm just saying because she do everything that she provide me everything I wanted for a woman. I just make sure she happy and get her everything she want. That's all I'm saying. I could have been.
She won. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
So, and just to make sure it's clear on Miss Contractor's end too, because I heard you say that money isn't everything. This is a conversation that, the contractor and I have had that, it's understanding a person's gift giving style, or not their gift giving style. It's like understanding a person's sense of gift giving. People give the way that they want to give to you. And it doesn't mean that that's necessarily the type of person that you are, because that's the gift that you're receiving. Like I'm not a materialistic person at all. And I'm not one to sit here and be like, I need a bag, I need a purse, I need a this, I need a that. Go get me a Lamborghini. Like that's not me.
I
You
just
picked
did it
me.
because I wanted to.
He did that because that's
Because
something that he wanted to do.
She do everything.
Where
See,
me, I can.
That's what women need to realize. If you come into a man's life and you be the piece that he need, make him comfortable with this and that, it's nothing he won't do for you. When you come in asking for this, or you gotta do this and do it, you don't want to give it to nobody. But she can't. I had moved and I had chicks coming in the crib, walking through stuff. We had just met. She came over the house, unpacked the whole house. I had a housekeeper, she got rid of her. I had a personal chef, she got rid of her. You don't need no other woman to do nothing. She get everything she wanted. See, she provided the peace for me that I needed. She gave me everything I needed from a woman. So she get whatever she wants. And I'm about to take her to Puerto Rico for Valentine's Day because I know she want to go back home. So yeah, we're gonna be there for 5 days. She get whatever she want because she take care of the business, she take care of the paperwork, she clean up the house, she do everything. So she get everything.
My man. No, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that too.
Right. I mean, when I'm out here working, doing all of these jobs, I tell her I'm securing our future because she the first woman, that just, she didn't come in, oh, I'm a reciprocator. As soon as females tell me that, I just cut them off because you should be doing it just because. She never said that word, ever. When we went to the restaurant, she saw my car and this and that. She was just like, oh, and saying to herself, she told me later, oh, that's a nice car. She ain't even react how other women react. She's not materialistic at all. It's like we get to do so much stuff because, it's stuff that she didn't do before. So we get to do a lot of stuff together and have fun. So that's fun too. Versus meeting a chick, oh, I already did this, I did this, I was with this nigga. It's not like that. So that's what women need to realize. If you get with a man, create peace for him. Well, first off, you need to make sure it's the type of man that you want first. Make sure he's capable of taking care of himself and taking care of you in the future. And then you can do wife stuff. And and then you gotta practice for the role before you can become the role. So that's why I call her my wife. Hey.
See, so enough practicing. Next thing it'll be what you gonna make it official then. All right, man. I hear what you're saying.
See, but I think too is because she's Latina, so it's in a culture.
No, there you go again. A woman is a culture is different culture. Because the way you talk about the women in Baltimore, I don't know no people that do what you do. And I'm a woman, and the woman up here in our circle move differently. So I cannot talk for all men.
Absolutely, I love it down there.
Y'all
doing y'all thing down there. Y'all doing y'all thing down there.
Different, but you saying it's because she's like, I know a lot of Latino women that do the same thing that white women, black women.
I met her. I ain't meet nobody else. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is the individual, and you were saying because she's Latino, I think it's because she's a good person. I think it don't matter what color she was or what race she was. If that's her heart, that's her heart. Yeah, so if she was white, she'd be a good person. If she was black, she'd be a good person. She's Latino. I think it's the person's heart.
No, but I hear a lot of dudes that I know, and they will confirm is women just don't want to hear it. Every dude that I know that deal with a Latina woman, we be talking, we be like, yo, my girl do the same thing. My girl, they all say the same thing. And we talk about the other women, our women, it's all the same drama, same bullshit.
What's your woman?
No, I'm talking about our women, our race of women. Most of them, I don't know all, but 98% of black women ain't shit. And I stand on that. That's the truth.
Nope, that's your truth.
No,
That's
it
what
is the
you
truth.
see.
No, it's not.
How
Look,
many
look
women?
at.
Let me see how many black women it is in America, and then you tell me you've been with 98% of them.
No, I
So
said
for
I
you to
don't know all of them. I'm just saying 90. If you, all you gotta do is look at the music, look at TV, just look at your surroundings. You go outside every day. Look how these women dress. They all got kids. None of them look alike. I mean, everywhere you go, you see that. I don't really see any.
I see that with every race. I've seen that with every race
I
contract.
don't care about no other race. We
that.
need to fix ours though. Our race is gonna be
But
ours.
you just crapped on your own. You said black women.
No, I'm not.
Black women. You said 98% of black women ain't shit.
I stand on that.
Wow.
But this is the thing. I'm not crapping. I'm bringing something to the reality that we need to fix.
Let me get another male perspective, Uncle.
Okay.
The Beast. Let's let the other. He said 98% of black women ain't shit.
Corey Holcomb said .001.
Well, you know, I already disagree with him on that. But
you disagree with him.
oh no, I'm trying to get my food. Give me a couple seconds. I'll be right back. But yeah, you know, I disagree with that. I believe this. You know, I know tons of black women who are excellent. So.
I mean, everybody got a different perspective. I'm just saying.
Exactly. But you
at,
can't throw stats out there to the world saying 98%
man, I'm not
of
the
black
only
women
one
ain't
saying this. I'm not the only one saying this.
If you have not been with 98% of the women, how you gonna make them stats of black women? That's all I'm saying. That's a high ass fictitious number.
No,
98% of black women ain't shit.
I ain't the only one feel like this. I'm just the only one brave enough to say that shit. These niggas be saying all this stuff, then they act like they don't. I said, well, you need to speak on it then. Nah, why? Then don't say nothing then. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. If you said what?
Yeah.
You say that number? He said 98% of black women ain't shit.
It's the truth. Everybody's gonna have something to say because they want to appease women. I'm not.
Man, I hope one day you change that because that opinion, because it's the same thing about these women saying that us men are shit. And that was the whole reason why I started the podcast, was because that's not true. Like the dudes I know and the people I know and the circle I hang with, and even the circle even further than that circle, they're doing, you know, they're good people. They're doing the best. They're trying to do the best for their family, their kids in different situations. So I can't, there's no way that 98% of anything is true, in my opinion. So.
But this is the thing, out of all of the people in the world, 2% is still alive. So y'all just listening to 2% like it's so small. If it's a trillion people, 2% a trillion, it's still alive. Don't look at that. See, that's what we get too caught up in. Oh, somebody saying something about us. I face the facts of what was what. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the truth. All these chicks chasing after these dudes as basketball players look just like them, preying on them. Why is that? That ain't because they good women. All of these chicks keep having kids, and if it wasn't that bad, it wouldn't be mandatory that you get a DNA test if women were so good. Now women don't even trust each other. If you got a chick pregnant right now, your sister or mother, whoever woman in your life will be like, how you know it's yours? You better make sure you get a DNA test. If women were so good, that wouldn't even be relevant. It's look at all the money Maury made off of black women going on there, seeing who the father was, taking 4, 5, and 6 different dudes on there. Jerry Springer, all these people, everybody see it, but the people who don't want to see it, but the people who don't want to see it is a part of the reason the problem is the way it is. I see it for what it is. You know what I mean? And I hate.
And you said 98% of black women ain't shit. That you know, that's your opinion. That's in your life. That's in your circle. And that's if that's what you believe, that's what you believe.
Yeah,
Miss Contractor, being of descent, Miss Contractor look like she black. Anybody that look like they black or descent is considered black.
Yeah, she Puerto Rican.
You got
though.
some black in it, so how do you feel when he say 98% of black women ain't crack? But before you answer, what do you say? What do you say? That's your opinion. You are entitled to it. I don't know where you get your numbers at, but you know.
From society, look, as I'm going on every day. Only place that don't count is PG County and places like that. But in Baltimore, I mean, everybody done heard about Baltimore. Like, come on, man, don't act like y'all know. I mean, it's like I said.
I don't act like I know nothing when it comes to Baltimore. But if you want to say 90% of women in Baltimore, because you know about where you live, you know about what you exposed to. What would you say,
I mean,
I can't hear you.
I'm trying to figure out. Like, you want to know is 98% of females everywhere fucked up? That's the question you asked.
He didn't say female. He said black women. He did. He just stopped it with
black
women.
women.
He
Okay,
said,
well, let me say this.
He said 90% of black women. But I'm like, don't put it on a race.
Okay, hold on. Okay, listen. I understand what you're saying, and I can understand both ways. Honestly, I can understand both ways, and the reason why I believe, and this is my belief, I believe he's saying this because, like, through lineage, the black woman is so strong. Y'all force is so strong that get what y'all want, y'all have no bounds. Y'all will break a motherfucker down. No matter how that dude is doing, you will break him all the way down. And you're supposed to accept the word sorry and just keep moving forward. Now, I won't say they're fucked up. I will say they have a lot of females have fucked up attitudes when it comes to me and you. You choose yourself over me no matter what. When we're on good times, then this goes back to what I said earlier. It's a lot of hurt. Everybody's hurt out this motherfucker. But one side is pointing at this side as being more hurt than that side. You know what I'm saying? But this side don't give a damn. The men, look, we're not allowed to sit back and bitch. That's why niggas don't sit back and talk about this. Because it's like we're bitching. We have to go through so much on a daily basis for the motherfuckers that we love just to have to kiss ass. Just to have to kiss ass, dog. Some females out, excuse me, when y'all get mad, there's no telling what will come out of your mouths. And that's the thing of respect that I say. This is why a lot of relationships cannot last, because there's no respect. A man can only take so much. A female can only take so much. But guess what? When I get my goddamn check on the first and I put that shit into this family, they're saying, hey, we good. Excuse my language. Don't try and get me to fuck up out here, motherfucker, on the 6th because you ain't had a bad day. It's raining outside. Female to kick a motherfucker outside. I've been paying rent 5 years and you'll kick me out when it's raining outside because you done had a fucked up day. And as a man, I better fucking leave or I'm going to jail. See, this is what y'all females don't understand about men. These niggas that's out here fucked up in the head, taking drugs all fucking day, they are hurt. They have no out. They don't have no family. They don't have no friends. Only thing they got is these motherfucking demons, because that's the only motherfuckers that won't cross them. Those are the only motherfuckers that care about them. A lot of females have 2 and 3, 4 babies by different dudes. You want to know why? Because she thinking, oh, it didn't work with him. It's going to work with him. But guess what? You holding this nigga's problems. The first nigga that you had the baby with, you holding all the other baby fathers against that shit. So every day is hell because guess what? It's always my fault. Always my fault. You know, y'all females expect for us to read your mind and all that. If y'all can read our minds, I promise you, y'all to take y'all brain out y'all head and probably put it in the trash can, put it in the freezer, freeze it up so y'all have to go through shit we go through.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's never. This is what y'all don't understand. We disrespect y'all when we are hurt to the point that damn. It's like, oh, she hit me with a low blow, and that's when the disrespect come in. At. Oh, be this. Oh, mother. That's when the disrespect comes in. At. Because y'all done hurt us when you wasn't supposed to hurt us. You supposed to say something. You said something around somebody or whatever when you wasn't supposed to. You don't act like
Uncle
like I
E.
said.
Hey, hold on, Uncle E. But that's not her problem. If you get disrespected and you respond to that disrespect by disrespecting her, that's not her problem. That's your problem. We got to take accountability for what we do. So if you are disrespectful to that woman, if you are disrespectful to that woman because of your hurt, that's your problem. That's not her problem.
But why is it always the man's fault? Why is it always the man's fault?
Just like, but it's the same. It's the same thing. Just like her disrespecting you because of something that she has. That's her problem. That's not yours.
All right, but you ain't say she should have corrected. You just said, "Oh, that's the man's fault." It's always the man's fault.
Oh no, I'll take men and women out of it. It's you. It's you. So whether we're talking about a man or a woman, if you decide, you make a decision to disrespect that other person because of something that happened in your past, that is your problem. Whether it's a man or a woman, I'm saying to you that that the same thing I said in the beginning is that you need to work on you before you sit there and say that. Before you can say that 98% of women are wrong. And my question is, why are you?
Black women ain't shit.
Same thing.
98%
Same thing. Ain't shit. My question to you is, why are you meeting these 98% of women that ain't shit? Why are you meeting them? Why are you meeting them? Because I'm not meeting them.
No,
I'm not meeting them.
Because I'm a contractor. I go in thousands of people's house a year. And every time I go in a house, it's a woman, kids, no man. She trying to give me some pussy. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And I miscontract on the phone and I show the phone to her. That's all they do. They think they pussy can take care and control everything. They got all these kids. They ain't learn shit. It's just so many of them got so many kids by so many different dudes. They all say the same thing. Oh, I was young. Or it's always an excuse. But they all got the same outcome. And they ain't got nowhere. The same shit. You see the same stuff all the time. I'm just sick of it. So I speak about it. I'm just sick and tired of seeing that. You go outside, these women out here, and then they try to say, well, guys don't be coming on to them. Why should they? They get to see everything right then and there. There's nothing left to the imagination. They show everything up front. It's just no what's the word?
Modesty.
There's no modesty anymore at all. You can walk outside right now and see chicks walking down the street.
You just talking about Baltimore. You just said that about Baltimore.
I'm talking about
if you're on the projects, if you go through the project, I'm just gonna say for me, I didn't want to say that. Here's what I'm gonna say. That maybe just that female is not in the right place right now. That don't mean that woman that you say ain't shit isn't gonna.
Miss Contractor trying to say something. Go ahead, Miss Contractor.
I can say from experience, and it's not just Baltimore. It is not just certain areas. It is all over the place as far as the way that women carry themselves is concerned. I can only go based off of I know women just like you know women, just like every other man knows women that are good women, regardless of their ethnicity, race, whatever. However, from face value, from what I have seen and experiencing with the contractor, I've seen a woman open up the door with a towel on. You don't know who's opening the door. You have a towel on. You're letting this towel drape behind you. No, like you are selling yourself to this man to try to get him to be attracted to you to do something for you. I've seen women walking around with their kids with these little bitty shorts on, tight stuff on, breasts hanging out, not carrying themselves accordingly. I've seen it with my own mother. Love her dearly. However, some women scream for so much attention that they just don't care about modesty. And the issue is that same thing trickles down to the next generation of girls.
But don't throw it on only the black woman. I've seen that in white women. I've seen it's all over the place. So you're not going to say, I've got eyes and I see too, and I've been around and I travel. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Dubai. I've been to other places. Certain places, if that's your culture, that's your culture. No. That's that. First of all, let's get that straight. Because some people, you don't even see nothing but their eyes. The women are completely covered up because that's their culture. But when you throw a big old dent and say 98% of black women aren't shit, my mama is black, my aunt is black, my cousins, my grandmother. I'm looking at all the black women in my family. Family.
I'm looking at them, but am I including them in that 98% based off of how they are?
You got to include everybody's family. No. I'm pretty sure we got black spots in all of our families, good and bad. That would be like me saying 100% of men ain't shit, black men, or 98% of black men ain't shit. And I would never say that because guess what? I don't know 98% of black men.
But you can say that. It don't bother me. It don't bother me.
But no, but I'm not saying for you, but I'm saying you giving the wrong message to the next generation. You sending the wrong message
because words are powerful, man. Your words are powerful. You're gonna preach the same thing to your children. You're gonna preach the same thing to your nieces, your nephews.
Yeah, and I'm preaching them the truth. That's the truth. See, y'all looking at 98%. Like I said, 2% is still a lie. If you having an argument like
I got you. I'm letting it go.
Huh?
No, I said I hear you. I mean, it's your opinion. Your value to it, just like I'm a value to mine. I just don't, I just feel that is such a negative comment to say. That I just don't like it. I think positivity is more. Let's say you don't know that for a fact, so why even put it out there? That's my statement. But it's all good.
Over 80% of kids are born out of wedlock.
Babe, let me. Can I?
What? Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Church finger. I'm sorry. So to the beast, I understand that it's a negative comment. And it does hold negative weight behind it. However, it has to be said in order for there to be a solution that's created so that it stops.
Yeah.
So if we talk about it and we figure out what the solution is, we're not going to say that it's only the women. We're not going to say it's only the men. All across the Black community, regardless of me being Afro-Latina, regardless of me, whatever. Regardless of how any of us look, either way, when we are looked at on the outside, we right here have to figure out how to fix the issues that we have in our communities with our people instead of waiting for somebody else to tell us how to do it. We're always waiting for someone else to tell us.
Ain't gonna fix it, baby.
I didn't say
one of the
but it's not.
Said,
but wait.
No, I ain't talking about me. I ain't saying
I
me
know,
per se,
but then what we have to stop doing is generalizing ourselves and putting ourselves in that category. If you know you're not in that category of that 98 or 2% or whatever, we have to stop adding ourselves into things that don't include us. If it's not you and you know that you're an amazing woman, I know how you are, everybody else knows that, you know that you are great. That's it.
I work with a bunch of children.
But see,
now,
you being
what all of these little girls hearing that?
Those little girls.
What do you think that's going to do for them if they hear a man say that?
Oh wait,
they see their mother when they go home. They see their mother, so they already know it.
No, wait, I can tell you. One, it's in the blessing of knowing that the 2% is larger than we expect it to be.
Right.
I grew up with a woman. I grew up with a mother who was running through men like nobody's business. However, what I also grew up with were the powerful 2%. Let's say 3%. I had the powerful 3% that I had a first lady who to this day considers herself to be my godmother, and I go to her for spiritual, marital, whatever advice I need. I could just need to talk to her about a cartoon on TV, and I can call Miss Rita, shout out to her, and she will talk me through whatever I need to go through. This is a woman who's a first lady of a church, and this is a back in the day Kojic Church of God in Christ, was wearing dresses and hats all the doggone time. That's a part of the 2% that raised me and pulled me away from what could have been the 98%. I could have been a part of that. Ultimately, who the choice fell on was me. There were things in me that let me know, I see my mom acting like this. This ain't right. I ain't supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to be this way. There's always a point in a young lady's life where you figure out, this is not the path that I'm either going to go this way or I'm going to go that way. So we have to stop putting ourselves in that 98%. You aren't a part of that. Your aunt isn't a part of that. Your grandmother is not a part of that. My grandma wasn't a part of that. So I don't even look at it and associate myself with that because it doesn't have anything to do with me. What I do look at, because I see it, is how can I be a part of the solution to help these other young ladies that's tinkering on that 98% line, that's tinkering the fence? How can I pull them back? How can I be like Miss Rita was for me? How can I be a positive figure in their lives? We're so busy worrying about the negative aspects of it instead of trying to create the positive of it. Contractor and I were talking about this before. We went to the mall. And the way that I was dressed, I had on a turtleneck, I had on a long flare skirt with some heels. There were a bunch of teenagers walking behind us. These little girls were looking at me like I was like an alien because I'm dressed and I'm covered. Because they're so used to seeing people walking around with clothes on that's too tight. And if that's what you want to wear, that's what you want to wear. Jeans ain't going to be loose all the time. But to say that me being dressed modestly was being looked at like there's like something was wrong with that, to me, that's a problem. Because why is it okay for them to be, why is it okay for you to have all your business in the streets? But then as soon as somebody says something to you about it, your feelings are hurt. It starts at home, but it also starts outside, because you still have teachers and you still have Black women and you still have other people that are out there that are going to help these girls pull themselves back to where they are. For the contractor, for the men, with them, even it's not right. The same way that it's not right for them to say that, 98% of women ain't this. They don't want to hear that 98% of men ain't this, because it's always said a lot by Black women. Men ain't ish, men ain't this, men ain't that. But if those men know they're not a part of that demographic, they're not worried about it. They focus on what they have to do and they move on to the next project that they got going on. Like if there's a book that I could recommend to anybody, it's called Women Are Like Spaghetti and Men Are Like Waffles, because men will focus in on one box, do what they need to do, and keep it going. That's it.
Like when somebody say it's only 1% of the world that's rich, everybody strive to be like that 1%. They don't worry about the other people. But then when you say 98, like only 2% of women is good, 98 not, they want to argue with the 98% instead of striving to be more like the 2%, so the 2% can grow.
Reese, what are the comments? I see them coming through, but I can't see because the way my eyes are set up.
Your eyes are set up like Max. I'm trying to look and see this. There's a lot.
Well, like I said, over 80% of kids are born out of wedlock in the Black community. So how can you still want to argue that? And then they just keep continuing to have more and more and more. So what we gotta do, we gotta talk about this so the little girls can hear it and not want to be like that. The women who made their decision to have the kids, that's their problem. You already made the decision. We gotta worry about the little girls that's coming up. They need to hear that.
Molly, come, Molly, can you come in here and read stuff for me before we go? Let's see what the people are saying. Some agreeing, some are disagreeing. Malik said that's not in your nature. He was like, you part of the 2%, duh. It's not in your nature. And like I said, like we work with I work with a lot of kids, and you see them doing stuff. So you got to ask them, babe, why are you doing this? Why are you doing? It's social media. You think this how you think? And the Kardashian is leading the field, and they not even black at all. But what our children see, what they see, what they want to be like, and aspire to be like, is what the propaganda is what social media put out there for them. Them clothes, them this, they trying to dress. I guess if they can't be like the rich or famous, they can act like the rich or famous. I don't know what's on their mind, but it's up to us, the 2%, to deprogram them. I know more women who was of that 2% than I do of the 98% that you're talking about. See, that's why I said that it's off balance, because I know more good women than I do bad women.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good. That's good, but that's not everybody's reality.
98%.
You said
and,
what?
And I know it's on all colors. I mean, women are just women to me. Woo.
Nah.
But we can't focus on all colors.
Right, because we the one with the problem. We the one with the problem.
We have the massive issue and the massive problem that keeps happening in our own communities with our own people. We can't worry about anybody that don't look like us.
Yeah, like I said,
because they're going to have each other's backs. We need to have our backs, and the problem is that we don't have our backs.
Like I said, how rich is the 1%? But nobody cries about, oh well, now you saying 99% of people poor and this and that. Nobody even argues that. They just strive to be more like the 1%. So that's how we gotta program ourselves to be more like the 2% or 3% or 10%.
What's the solution? But what is the solution? My solution
Read,
is
you want me to read these comments?
Yeah, I want you to read because there's a lot of comments. I was about to put on an automatic thing, but yeah, if you could do it.
I start. Big Mike said, Marley, interesting conversation. This points comes in all point of views. Man create his own conditions is how you apply yourself, woman and man. Felicia, she said, man, that's bullshit. The world is bigger than it because you don't know 98% of black women. Just say that the black women around you are that.
I said that. She wasn't listening. I said I don't know all women. So I'm just saying 98% generalizations still do exist.
Mm-hmm.
I said I start off with that. I don't know everybody. That's why I say most or whatever. I don't know everybody in the world. See, we get you caught up in dumb shit like that. Just sit up there and talk about, well, you don't know this, you don't know that. But to deflect off of what's being said, pay attention to what's being said. Like everybody know I don't know everybody in the world.
Malik said he is right. Big Mike said neither ending convo. People going to always have their point of view when it comes to this matter. Real talk. Felicia said, no, brother. That's just in your world. Malik said again, no, he's right. Felicia said ignorance is dangerous. I think that's when Uncle E was talking though. She said, Big Mike said both parties not choosing each other, the relationship going to be dramatic because one side still stuck in their ways. Felicia said that's just your life and what you experience, and if you feel that way, then you have demons. Yeah, I think that's what Uncle E was talking. Big Mike said most men or women really experience this from relationship scar from the past.
I think let's talk about Uncle E. That's still Uncle too.
Yeah, you are blasting all black women on the actions of a few.
No.
Let me go down some more.
98% is not all, and I said I don't know most. And I've never been a single mother. I wouldn't do no rotten shit like that.
Oh, that's my comment. I said if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Malik said the word black is a name brand. I don't think you understand. I don't know why he said that. But Beast back in here.
Oh, because Reese kept saying, but I'm black, or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. He would have to clarify it on his own. I can't speak for you. I don't know.
And Big Mike said, good point of view, woman. I think Stomach's contractor. Then Felicia said, all black women are not good rats. I was raised with respect for myself, and that's where it starts. I hope if you and Mrs. Contractor have a female child, I hope you tell them that they ain't shit. Just raise yours with respect. Start
Okay,
raising yours with respect.
so I'm gonna comment on that one real quick because I do have daughters and they are very respectful young women. They'll be 20 years old this year. So it's not about raising them to feel like they are a part of the 98%. I raised them to make sure that they, not even just me, their dad, and their grandparents raised them to be respectful of themselves and to be a part of that 2%. So it's not about that right there. Was just I understand the space that came from. That's just an upset comment to say that I hope that if you two have a girl child that, you know, I hope you tell her that she ain't ish and a part of the
But I'm
98%.
gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for my kid though. If I come to you and say I want to have a kid, it's because I already planned for our future. I'm not just gonna mess with you and you wind up pregnant.
And it just happens. So no, it's all in how you raise them.
Oh, that's Miss Penny because she want to watch. I bought her a puppy for Valentine's Day last year. A miniature schnauzer. His name Franklin. But that's
Franklin Creed.
Franklin Creed. Muhammad. He Muslim too. Yeah.
Okay. What's the other comments? Malik says,
yeah, but yeah, if we have a kid, I'm planning for the future. I'm preparing for the future.
He said, teach them or raise them. Which one? LOL. Both.
Teach them or raise
I
them.
guess, or is you asking either one? I don't know if you asked about that one.
Yeah, I'm preparing for the future.
If you raise your children to amass celebrities and not you, then you fail at teaching your children, Felicia.
But nowadays, it don't even matter if you don't stop them while they're in the Pampers, it don't even matter. TV gonna teach them, social media gonna teach them, Instagram, TikTok. That's who they follow. They could care less. They care more about impressing their friends than impressing their parents. These kids now.
But that's why we got to step in and because we let them get raised by social media, TV, all the outside influences instead of the inside influences of at home. Home should be your first line of defense. Home should be a child's first teaching about anything. The first thing a child should know about being a woman should come from the mother. And the first thing a little boy know about being a man should come from the father.
Okay, but they gotta come home. They gotta come home to two parents though. You can't come home to one parent because she decided to have a kid anyway without your consent.
That's right. I agree with you on that. We agree on that. I agree with you on that. We saying the same thing here.
Okay. Yeah, got to have some time.
I had grandparents. I didn't have two parents. I had two grandparents, but I still had a male and a female that I looked up to. A male, and he was the guideline. He was the construct. He was the pillar of our house. My granddad was. And my grandmother was the inside.
A lot of women just want to do what they want to do because they feel like they can. Like, you know, we read the book and she had both parents, so it wasn't no need for her to be like that. But women want to do what they want to do regardless of who.
There was outside influences that jump up in the blue mother. It was outside.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like now it's the media, it's the outside influences that
can
take a weak-minded person and take you, you know, and that's what we got to, you know. And you're right. that blues in the
Well,
Shades
I
of
know I was
Blue.
born
Yeah,
and
bro.
raised in the 98%. You know, I definitely was part of the 98%. Some people
You say
want to
you was
mentor,
raised
but
in
I
the
think a lot of
98%.
people born in that 98%, and as you got older, yeah, for sure. My parents wasn't that sharp. They didn't know what they was doing. They was encouraged and they looked up to celebrities in their time. They wanted to be like them as well. So I think my definitely was part of the 98. We figured out what the 2% was. We trying to, encourage our kids to know more about the 2%. So I
Yeah.
get what they saying. I think a lot of us really part of that 98% still and just don't know it. Just want to admit to it. Just let's get it. Let these kids know like what's bad going on out here. And that they can learn from it. They're not too young to know the truth. We taking the funerals and they seeing drive-bys. They playing grand death. It's like, man, tell them what's going on in the world so they can understand what's 98% and what's the 2%,
Right.
so they don't be part of that
Thank
98%. But if you don't
Thank
tell them
you.
that, they gonna drift off to the 98% thing. That's what's cool to be in the 98%.
Thank you.
And you can have a person that grew up in the 2% and still want to go to the 98%, because if that's in your heart, if that's in them, that's in your nature. Like Malik said, that's in your nature. That's in your nature.
Yeah, but
Because
how
what
did it
ain't
get
you?
into
Because you could be in that 98% and then turn to the 2%. Because why? That's not in your nature. I know a lot of people that was caught up, but it was like, nope, I ain't about that. I'm going over here to the good side.
Yeah,
It's
you
our
can.
choice, our individual choice.
Yeah, just because I say 98%, that don't mean you 98% for the rest of your life. Everybody get decisions. You get to choose. I was, I had a whole nother career before I became legit. I could have stayed that route, but I didn't. I chose to be legit, and I got my own company, 22 years self-employed. But at one point in time, I was on that side. I'm not on that side no more. Just because I say 98%, that don't mean you 98 for the whole rest of your life. Now, if you choose to become a single mother, you put yourself at a disadvantage. You chose that. That's your fault. And what's that? What's that shit they say? My body, my choice. Everybody's body is their choice. See, they keep coming up with little dumb shit like that to egg that shit on and make it seem like it's something cool and something comfortable. And it's not everybody's body is their choice. This is my body, so I chose to get tattoos. Like, I made a joke about that shit. Like, my body, like, come on, man. It's like, to me, it seems like they encourage women to be like that because they know women are the teacher of the kids and the kids gonna follow.
And who is they? And who is they?
White people, the world, yeah.
There you go. There
because
it is.
They profit off of it. They
It's an
want
agenda.
They like to keep black women single because when a black woman's single, you gotta call somebody to fix this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. White women, she got a husband, so if she go out in public just because of the respect of her husband, and they see she got a ring on, she gonna get so much respect. Or because they know who her father is, she gonna get respect too. But black women out here by themselves, and they telling y'all to be independent, telling you don't need no man, but then you gotta keep running to the white man to get shit done because you can't get it done for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of those people that sing the songs, the ratchet songs about girls this, girls that, all of them got mans, they got spouses, and got husbands. I agree about that. That's another conflicting messages. You telling a woman stand strong by yourself, but you go home to your man. So,
but I think
I agree with that too.
I honestly believe white people wish we would do shit for ourselves. Stop begging them for shit. They want us to beg because we be indebted to them. If you beg, that's like a person. They want you to be indebted because they want that leverage over you. They tired of this shit, and that's been going on too long. It's like, damn, do shit for yourself.
They created it.
No, okay, but you don't have to follow.
Hey, what's the topic right now?
I don't even know. Oh.
Hey, hi. So what we're talking about right now?
White people wish that black people do shit for themselves. They tired of doing shit and bailing you out. The more shit they gotta keep giving you, it's getting smaller and smaller. They tired of the shit. Do for yourself.
Hold on. See, for some people, it's easy, especially when their mentors don't play the big part in it.
Oh, well, that's different. If you got mental issues, you can't count them. But we all got the same 24 hours a day, the same, we breathe the same air and all of that. So it's really not no excuse for it.
True. Some of what you're saying is true, but some people are still in their heart. They're carrying the hurt from their ancestors. They're still unfulfilled. It's kind of hard to let that go, bro. I mean, if you have never lived it, it's kind of hard to let it go for some people.
None of us lived slavery, but we still keep letting them put these movies out, and then we be in the movie theater feeling bad for what? I watch them movies to show me how fucked up they is. I don't look at nothing for me and feel no kind of way for us, except they should have made decisions to fight them. I look at the movies and see how fucked up they is. It don't make me feel no way, no lesser, no nothing.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying the mentality. If that was the case, see, we still carry that fear. It's something that Dr. Martin Luther King said in a movie that he said that when for the boycott, he said he needed to learn how to shake the slave off of him. He didn't feel like he was good enough to talk to those white people. See, some people still don't know how to talk to them and don't know how their mind works.
Learn.
So they can't get past it.
Learn.
It takes us to teach them. You just can't learn it on your own. You had to have watched someone or saw something, or just did you or just did you of what came about you to make what you needed to do happen. Some people don't have that in them.
But
some of us don't have it.
If you want it bad enough, you're gonna find a way to get it.
And some of them did, and they in the penitentiary right now, either dead. Some of us are still living.
It ain't just one road, it's different avenues. We always feel like we got one, there's only one option, and that's it. There's
options, but a lot of them take the wrong one. They don't know which one is right. Everybody take the shortcut. We always take the shortcut going somewhere.
Okay, well then that's the problem.
Get there.
And that's the
Sometimes
problem.
we need to take the long way around the road.
That's the problem. It's no shortcuts. When you go to the stove and you burn your hand on the stove, after you burn, next time you're gonna come.
You know better next time.
But
absolutely.
Okay. So it ain't no excuse for it.
And then you got the road where you got the fork in the road. If you go one way, you're at the swamp. The other side is the creek when you just could have cut across the other way and got to the pecan tree or something.
You can always turn around and come back. You can always turn around, come back, then go other way.
Some people don't. They don't have that sense. They don't have it.
Why not though? But you can sit up. I mean, most of these people don't got it because they so busy watching YouTube. What's going on with Diddy and Survivor?
No, I'm talking before TV. Do you remember? I mean, I'm out of the South, okay? When they dug ditches around certain areas and people couldn't get across the ditch, and that was the shortest route to the store, they actually jumped down in the ditch to go up. But when it was raining, they couldn't jump across. It was too wide. What did they do? They rolled their pants leg up and still went across because it was the shortest route. And then they end up with gout or something torn in their foot. Versus like my grandfather did, he just took some boards out there, stuck them in the ground and built a small bridge. First he put a plank across there and walked right on across. Some people don't have it.
Man, well, if you're a group of people and one or two people out that group can't say we should do this, and you in the wrong group.
But you're saying a group. You're traveling individually. You have so many people out here that travels. But
you just said people. You just said
your people. Each one of them going across separately, though. But if you don't know how to do it, you look back at you grab that group. I used to go with my grandfather to pick up his rent at each one of the houses on his street.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get to the end of the block, it was like a little speakeasy, whatever it was, however. And he'd go in, and I would end up outside with my little sugar daddy and the candy. And then I go home. Right beside that house was that ditch. And he went out there and he built like a small makeshift bridge, went right on across it. And I don't even know if it's still there. So sometimes it takes one person to build it. If you don't know how to do it, a lot of people just don't know how to build.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't be talking about all that stuff in the past before TV. Everybody got TV now. Everybody got the same access to all the same information now. That's all I'm saying. Everybody got the same freedom and this and that. Everybody can go to, it's internet now. I'm talking about now. Now you can learn. You can call and get a tutor. Okay, I want to take speech classes so I can be able to dialect and communicate with certain people when I'm around them. You can take them classes. It's all kind of stuff you have access to.
You want to hear something funny?
Why is that the people from back from the 70s and the 60s and stuff are smarter? They were smarter back then because they worked together than we are now. And we got more access to the information. If we wanted to know stuff, we had to look through books and look it up and all that. Now it's at people's fingertips and they ain't no further along than where they are. I tell it to my us and them, they the way you look at the people was common sense, was a lot more common sense than there is now.
Mm-hmm.
They were smarter back then in those generations than they are now. But then when it comes to knowledge, they got knowledge at their fingertips, but just don't know what to do and how to apply it.
Because when you got less, you want more. When you
it's irritating, it's aggravating.
When you got less, you want more.
They gotta read.
More, you too comfortable. Back then, it was men and women in the same household. You rarely see that.
Say that again.
Back then, it was men and women in a household. Men and the women brought their kids together. Now it's just a woman who probably a stripper or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, teaching a kid, she got to work 2 or 3 jobs or whatever to maintain what she got, but she put herself in that predicament.
And why is that? Why is that woman raising that child by herself?
Because she chose to have a kid. They say marry before you carry. She chose to not get married before she had a kid. That's her problem.
Well, you got to remember back in the day they had children before they got married too, or they got pregnant and then they got married.
But it was
and
totally
they still
different.
stayed there. I honestly believe they noticed, as you was talking about white people, they noticed that we're strong, that black families are strong with the fathers in the house with them, so they separated that. Now, what is that man supposed to do if he going across the railroad track and this white man just walk up and said, "Billy Bob, you owe me some money," and lock him up for no reason, and now he's got to pay a debt that he don't even owe?
But
you got to go back and understand the heart.
Okay, but this is the thing. They didn't separate nothing. They gave a woman an option for a check or get the man out the house. She chose a check. She could have said, "No, me and my man, we're going to do whatever we got to do and raise you," because she chose a check. So then when they come around, all his stuff got out the house.
That wasn't
okay, but it takes 2 to make a baby.
Or whatever, the welfare, whatever. That's what I'm
okay, but it takes 2. It takes 2. That woman cannot impregnate herself.
Nah.
Responsibility is owned by that sperm too.
Okay, but that's true. But as soon as she gets pregnant, it's my
and you have the families where they were married and the men still left. There was a lot of married families where they was married, had kids, and they still walked away.
But
so it's a bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah, but it was
I don't want to get caught up on all the stuff that made it back in the day. How are we going to go forward?
But
how are we going to get out of the rut we had?
It was
How
still
can I
men
build
though.
a
The grandfather, the uncles. It was men back then. Now all of these
Yes.
they trying to make all of the men feminine now. So it's no longer no real men no more. It's a small
It's your
percentage.
government making men feminine. It's your government that's making the men
they
feminine,
choose,
not the
they
woman. It's
choosing
the
to be
government that
feminine.
putting the chemicals. It's the government that passing the
It's
laws.
in
your
the
government.
water. It's in the water.
It's your government that's doing it. It's in the Roundup. It's in the pesticides. It's in all of that
Okay,
stuff.
so why is it okay, but this is the thing. Why is we getting the brunt of that then? If it's everybody getting it. Everybody drinking the same water, this and that. Why is we suffering the most as black people in general?
Ask why. I don't know.
No, it turned me into a 3/4 man.
They tried to kill. They tried to get rid of the roaches. They tried to exterminate the roaches. They ain't worried about the rats and the weasels. They tried to get the roaches.
They tired of them begging. If you go get your own, you see all kind of people coming over here from other countries. They ain't trying to get rid of them because they come over here and do for themselves. You got people constantly begging you.
If you was on the show yesterday, Malik would have told you about how they come over to other countries and what they claim and what America's giving them. Because he was telling us how we can go back and be.
They get 9,000 when they first get
out
$1 a month.
Malik, you got to listen to yesterday's show with Malik. How they get all the assistance
When they first
get
here, they get a.
Not claiming this country. They get help.
Do you realize that here in Alexandria? I just read this today, and I just was watching the news before I go to the doctor, that the Dreamers here, even though they can't vote, they can actively become police officers.
Who?
Here in Virginia.
The
Dreamers.
You can't vote, but you can.
Ankle baby.
The Dreamers.
The people that's
The
not
Dreamers. The Dreamers.
Right.
Who?
They was born here, but they're not from here. Their parents come here and had the babies. The Dreamers,
See, but they set their family up before they even get here. Come over here, I got you. Stay with me. Just come to work with me and learn. Everybody look out for each other but us. We want to be on top, and everybody else look at us to see us shine.
I've said that.
Molly, we're going into overtime, Molly. This is a 3-hour show. I've been having this up for the last half hour, Molly. Where you at? I'm trying to
Hey, you did. Hey, I'm gonna give you a call around about 5 o'clock if you're not busy, bruh.
Okay.
That's it. We gotta work this out.
Okay.
And, yeah. Yeah. Not until I got everything in stone. It's in stone. It's being carved out, bruh. I just gotta. You know how you carve out the tablet?
Yeah.
Once the tablet is the writing is on it. It just got to be carved out now.
Okay.
I tell you what, I am beat up. They got
my mind was bred a little different. You're
coming on the show.
If I see heat,
yeah, we got.
I don't wanna go there.
I love y'all. Thank you,
Love you too.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Coca. Thank you, Keonji. Thank you, Molly. And thank you, Aunt. Thank all of y'all for participating today in today's show. I gotta close my eyes. Y'all think you got to close? Yes, but they hurt.
I wish you could be here to see.
I didn't hear a word.
Shit be on my mind every
Dude,
second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path. I had to rewind. Fumble trying to move
Thank
too
you,
fast.
William.
Thank
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Slicky. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and participating with today's show. Love y'all. Peace.